Tuesday Night Touchdown Podcast with your hosts, Reese Downing and Jacob Workman.
What's going on, guys? It is TNT, Tuesday Night Touchdown Podcast, NFL Draft Edition, and we are live. I am Captain Reese Downing, as Jake likes to refer to me, and with me, as always, is the co-host, Mr. Jacob Workman. Jake, how's it going, brother?
Sorry about that. You got me?
There we go. Now we got you.
Sorry, I was amazed by Eminem on stage.
I was gonna say.
As a Lions fan, this is awesome to see. It's got me dreaming already of the Super Bowl when we're going to win and what the parade's going to look like in downtown. So,
yeah, it's going to be pretty.
It's an awesome sight. But
here we got golf coming now.
Oh man. Unfortunately, I can't hear what's going on, but I'm sure there's one hell of a Jared Goff chant going on. There's Amon-Ra St. Brown. I saw Aiden Hutchinson.
There's Big Aiden. There's somebody coming behind him too.
That's Calvin.
Oh, that hell yeah, Mr. Megatron. I love it.
That's exactly what we need to start this draft.
Yeah,
it is nice to be back. It's been a while since we've been here. A little bit. I think it was a week after the Super Bowl since we've been here, and we've been waiting for this day for quite a while. So here we are. It's going to be a long night, but it'll be fun. Just hang out with us. We got the chat going on. It'll be a long but fun night.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. There's a lot of preparation and planning going into that. Now I see Big Barry out there. Man, Detroit's pulling out all the stops right now. I don't know if you guys know this, but next episode, Jake's going to be wearing that suit that Aiden's wearing right now. So make sure
if he sends it to me,
tune in for that. You wear that suit and eat one of those sandwiches.
the McJamo.
The McJamo.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, if I was Amon-Ra, I'd be smiling like that too. That's guy just got paid a ton of money.
Yes, he did.
Rightfully so, though. Rightfully so. Is it if we go back to the beginning of the season? I actually put him in my top 5 wide receivers in the NFL and was made fun of. And now he's the highest paid receiver in the NFL. But rightfully so. The guy's an absolute stud.
Yeah, we'll see how long that takes because you just made CeeDee Lamb a lot more expensive for us by doing that. So he'll be the highest paid for a bit, but CeeDee's going to get that bag too.
Yeah, there's a few guys that are going to be coming up on that.
Yeah, speaking of that, just before we came live here, AJ Brown, it was announced he just agreed to a 3-year, $96 million extension with the Eagles. So they've got him locked down for a little bit.
Are the Bears officially on? I think that's what Goodell's doing right now, probably putting them on the clock so we can get this inevitable done. Obviously, it's going to be Caleb Williams. It would be the shock of the world if it's not. We talked about this for quite a while, but I think the bigger surprise for the Bears here is going to be what happens at number 9 when it comes to them. Will it be Rome Odunze if he's still there? Will it be a trade for them to go back and get a few more picks? I don't think we're going to have too exciting of a time here to start the draft.
Yeah, but I do think it's going to get crazy pretty soon. When we were talking about it last night, I think there's a possibility we may get upwards of 10 or more trades. Some guys are projecting, so we'll see how that all shakes out. I do while we're letting Goodell do his best Vince McMahon right now, I do have a couple questions for you. Oh, looks like Carter is already tuning in with us here, excited about Barry.
We say the same. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Praise the man. And Eminem's on stage too. We're the eat 'em up Lions guy away from one hell of a situation here, but unfortunately, he's not going to be there. But hold on, we've got something else happening here. Our friend Ike says the fun starts at 3. Maybe 3. I think New England. I think New England's taking Drake May. I don't know if we're going to see too much of a. I don't know. I know there's the rumors of the trade and everything with the Giants and maybe the Vikings, but I think New England's going to take Drake May and we're really going to get it going at 4. I think that's when stuff's really going to hit the fan.
Yeah, things are going to be starting to shake up here too. I mean, it could be as early as 2. And actually, we got Carter agreeing with that. Obviously, when you get this close to the draft, day of, you start seeing a bunch of rumors swirl, and there has been some talks about some of these teams trying to trade up. So, be interesting to see what happens here after one. I do have in the spirit of what we typically do here. I've got some pre-draft or before things get shaken up too much. Some questions here for Workman. We're going to test and see how well he does.
Oh no,
tonight.
I was not prepared for this.
Yep. Well, there's a reason for that. All right. First question here. How many trades do you think we're going to have in the first round?
Are we setting over under at 9.5? The record is 9 right now. Are we going 9.5? So
Yep.
Record or no?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get the record. We're going over 9.5.
All right. We're going over 9.5. Fantastic. All right. Next question here. What time do you think the 32nd pick is going to be made tonight?
Oh God.
And I won't be shocked if you say 4 a.m. But
I'm gonna go double Robbie Alomar, 12:12 a.m.
Ooh, 12:12 a.m. And I'm gonna notate the double Robbie here. All right. Pick 3 teams that you think are going to trade up from their current draft position.
Oh, another friend joining us later tonight. Friend of the
Mr.
show.
Taxes.
Unfortunately, a Cowboys fan, but good evening to him also. We'll see him in a little bit. Reese, what was that question? I definitely didn't hear it.
All good, man. Third question here. Pick 3 teams that you think are going to trade up tonight.
Minnesota, the Rams, and I'm going to homer pick here, the Lions.
Okay. All right. So we got the Vikings, the Rams, and the Lions. Speaking of the Lions, who do you think the Lions select with their pick?
If I'm hoping what I want to happen, I hope we trade up and it's Jared Verse. It would be absolutely incredible. My team never really drafts the person I want them to draft, though. So honestly, if we come up and get any of the corners that are still good, Terry and Arnold, I'd be happy with. Kool-Aid, if we stay and put, I think Kool-Aid will still be there. We might have to trade up just a few spots to get Kool-Aid if we want him. Those are the 2 guys I really want. They're more man-to-man press coverage guys that I truly like will fit our system. Those are my hopes. We'll put it that way. Once we get to the pick and we know a little bit of who's still there, then we'll talk a little more.
Okay. All right. First defensive player selected tonight.
That's a crazy one. Probably we're probably going to go Atlanta here and say Dallas Turner.
All right. Atlanta, Dallas Turner. How many QBs do you think are going to get drafted in the first round?
Nice.
QBs?
Quarterbacks. Yes, sir.
Man, that's a tough one. Let's go. I'll just name them. Let's go May.
All right.
McCarthy, Caleb, Jaden Daniels. How many is that? 4?
Yep, that's 4.
Penix, 5. It's so stupid, but I think Nix is 6. And the only thing that is I'm skeptical with is I've never seen a Broncos pick in any draft ever that's not Bo Nix. Like, I think that's the only player that they're even trying for. So I'm kind of baffled by that because I don't know. For one, I don't think he's got the arm to be an NFL quarterback. So, and they did go out and get the Storm and Mormon, Zach Wilson, Captain Soaker. So we'll see what that ends up with. But I don't know. Sean Payton and Zach Wilson together, maybe he's going to try to revitalize his career, or maybe they're going to bring in Bo Nix still. One interesting thing that did happen today, they released the numbers for the new guys on the Broncos, and Zach Wilson was number 10, which is Bo Nix's number. So,
someone is going to trade up for that 5th-year option for Nix.
Someone's an idiot, but it'll probably be Denver. But that's I would not go up to get Bo Nix. I don't like that pick at all. But I do agree that I mean by default those are going to be the only guys left, and I do think that probably will be something that happens.
All right, where does Brock Bowers land?
That's an interesting one. Can we pull up the draft order?
Yep. Give me just 1 second here.
The better question might be, does a team trade up to get Brock Bowers? That might be the all right. So we probably start talking about Brock Bowers around probably 10 with the Jets, maybe. I know the Colts have had talk for it too. I think the Titans are going to go O-line. The Giants are kind of an interesting piece just because you never know what is really going to happen there. I know they have Waller, but so yeah. If I'm picking, let's give him to the Jets.
All right, we're going with the Jets. It does look like the pick is in for Chicago. Don't think there's going to be any surprise there, but we'll call it when we hear it. Which team do you think is going to trade up first?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. All right, got two more for you. Who's the first lineman that's going to be drafted?
I'm probably going to.
Let's take a look at the linemen we got here. Here's our top 10 O linemen.
Yeah, this might be a surprising thing, especially to our friend Carter that already had commented a few times and will be joining us in a little bit. I'm not going Joe Alt. I'm going to go J.C. Latham.
J.C. Latham. All right.
Or Latham, sorry.
I think you've kind of already hinted at this, but last question here. Who's the last quarterback to be drafted in round 1?
I see it's tough because it could be Penix, which is crazy, but realistically you would think it's Knicks. I would assume it's Penix. If there's a team, I think it's more going to be if one of those guys in the draft. I'm going to say that it would be. Let's go Penix. Actually, a team trading back in at the end of the first to get him.
Okay. All right. So we got Penix.
And it is official. Caleb Williams has been selected the number 1 overall pick of the NFL draft by the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders officially on the clock.
Yeah, no real surprise here, obviously, right? I think everybody knew this was coming, and it's been coming for a while. What's going to be interesting is seeing what they do with that second pick.
Yeah, if you go back and listen, we had a big discussion with everyone. I think we had 4 or 5 guys on the show that time when we were projecting the draft back in, I think it was December. And I was the only person that said to trade Justin Fields and take Caleb Williams and then use the 9 to draft Rome Odunze. And I'm actually hoping that doesn't happen as a Lions fan because 1, I'm a big fan of Caleb Williams. I think he's awesome. And 2, I'm a huge fan of Rome Odunze. So that would really suck to have to root against those guys twice a year and have them in the division. I don't want them to be, I don't think they'll be good yet, but I don't even want them to be better. So it does really suck for my fandom. And then the other bad thing is if the Vikings were to come up and take Penix, that would really suck because now I've got to root against almost every team in the division.
Yeah.
Was that it for all of your questionnaires?
That's all we got right now for the pre-draft stuff, but I've got some curveballs to throw your way as we go on to this 4-hour extravaganza.
Oh yeah. I got to drop a little comment here. So the Bears just went from
these guys don't look too fucking good.
They're actually pretty good. Caleb Williams being the quarterback is quite the change for him. I like I said, I think it's a huge deal. Justin Fields was a great runner, but never could really get the offense going. They've brought in DJ Moore, signed Keenan Allen. So I mean, I don't know. I have a pretty good feeling the Bears offense is going to be much improved. They are very limited on draft picks though. As of right now, if they don't trade out of pick 9, they only have 3 more picks left in the draft. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So I do think trading back might benefit them. Carter's popping in a comment here. JC Latham already on Harbaugh's side, giving up the sack in the Rose Bowl overtime. Jesus. A great comment. So they're showing right now that the pieces of the puzzle. Cole Kmet, all right. DeAndre Swift, I'm not that big on. I mean, he was in Detroit. He was all right. He went to Philly. He was all right. He's not exactly what you need. But like I said, Caleb with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, now that's nice. And if you could pair that with Rome Odunze, Jesus, hell of an offense. But I just think that they need the picks. So I said, well, not too far away from seeing what will happen with that. What are you thinking here for the Commanders? You think they're going Jaden or Drake May?
I don't. I. This has been so up in the air. I don't. I don't know which way they're going to go. I think they've been keeping it pretty close to the chest. Um, I think Jaden Daniels has a slightly higher upside, but I think Drake May is the safer pick. So we'll see what happens. I do think Jaden Daniels probably fits better in that Cliff Kingsbury offense.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'd be pretty shocked if it's not Jaden Daniels, but obviously we'll know more here in not too long. So just so we have, because the quarterbacks are going to be pretty obvious here at the front. So if we go Daniels here and Drake May at 3, what is your thoughts for 4? The Cardinals have talked about being very open about trading this pick. Also, Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be there. What are your thoughts? What do you think they should do in that spot?
I mean, they what the see late. They lost Hollywood Brown, and we've got some statistics here we can pull up just so everybody can kind of follow along. Talking about Arizona here, and we can obviously go back. They've got obviously a few needs. Losing those receivers, I just don't know if it's going to be worthwhile for them to have both Hollywood Brown and Rondale Moore gone. They really haven't replaced either one of those guys, and they have an opportunity to pick up a talent that's far above and beyond either one of them. So I think in the position that they're in right now, it's kind of hard for you to pass up on Marvin Harrison Jr. But if they have an opportunity to trade with a team that's got 2 first round picks like Minnesota, how do you not do that? Because there is some depth at receiver, and there's some depth at some other positions that they need to fill. So if Minnesota comes calling and I'm Arizona and they're offering both of those first round picks, I'm pulling the trigger.
Yeah, I think I agree. And we have this discussion kind of the whole season during college football podcast that I wasn't even convinced Marvin Harrison Jr. was the number 1 receiver in college football. So when you could trade and get potentially 2 first round picks and probably quite a bit of draft capital, I think it might be worth it because there's still a chance you're going to get Rome Odunze with whatever you drop down to. If not, I mean, Neighbors is good still. I mean, he's not your typical number 1 that you want out there, but he's still serviceable. Plus, they would be getting all of the other capital where they could get another receiver. There's a decent amount of receivers in this draft.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they could, let's say they make the trade with Minnesota and get those 2 picks, they can grab Dallas Turner and potentially Malik Neighbors in the first round. And if those guys are gone, you still have Mitchell from Texas, you have Brian Thomas from LSU, you've got Keon Coleman, which I think is a going to be one of those guys that's going to be in the discussion at the end of the year as one of the better receivers to come out of the draft. Troy Franklin in Oregon. There's a lot of depth there, an opportunity for those guys to. I don't know that every guy that I just named there is a clear cut number 1, but there's a lot of guys there that are really solid number 2s that could be in the number 1 position, eventually. So looks like we do have the pick is in for the Commanders.
Looks like coming out to announce it right now.
There we go. Jaden's out.
Yeah, pretty much what I expected there. Next one will be a little bit more interesting. See if we get a trade or if it will be the Patriots taking Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Jaden, as he's walking up here, what a hell of a year in college. Just tremendous, unbelievable year in college. He's a little bit smaller than some of those other quarterbacks, but great accuracy and decision making, very comfortable in the pocket. He's got quick release, great touch. I do think that of the quarterbacks that get drafted, he's probably the one that potentially could have the biggest boom and or bust out of everybody that's here. But um, he's a stud. I'll be interested to see what he does in Cliff's offense.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch him with Cliff. I mean, I saw him play in person this year in college football, the first game of the year. Had a pretty stellar game. I mean, our defense was one of the better defenses in the nation, and he had a pretty good game still. But, obviously won the Heisman. At pretty ridiculous season, to be honest. 40 passing touchdowns, but it will be interesting to see how he translates into the NFL. Obviously, they have McLaurin there already, so he has a good receiver to start with. Cliff will changing up the offense a little bit for him. Hopefully they're smart and they don't run the hell out of him, which I don't think they will. I think they'll keep him more in the pocket and just let him kind of run as he wants. But what is that thing? The Commander mascot is hilarious, whatever that thing is. But
it's the pig, man. It's the hog mollies.
Oh, that thing! I didn't know if that was still allowed or if that was.
I don't think the pig was banned. Not this year, anyway.
I wasn't sure. But yeah, that about what we expected there with Jaden Daniels. 3, like I said, New England's on the clock now. I think we both probably have the same thought here. Do you think New England will trade this pick, or are you pretty sure that they will take Drake May?
I think with the amount of needs that they have, again, another situation where maybe if they get an offer from Minnesota where they can get 2 picks in the first round, they take it, or just a huge draft capital. But I think they're going to take Drake May here based on who they have on their roster right now.
Yeah, and it'll be a new start for Gerard Mayo, new head coach.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a new start for the entire franchise, right? I mean, right now they've got Jacoby Brissett is technically their starter, and then they've got Bailey Zappi and Nathan Rourke. So yeah, I'd say they need to pull the trigger on a quarterback here unless they get something crazy offered to them.
Yeah, it's weird to think, but New England truly has a lot of needs. I mean, they did add Antonio Gibson, which is a nice add at running back. KJ Osborne is, he is what he is, but I just think that this team needs a lot. And I'm judging by how good the division is, I'm not sure that it's even going to matter this year. It might be another down year for them, and then maybe next year will be more of a on the up and up.
Yeah, I mean this division has the chance to turn into the AFC North to an extent. I mean, super competitive in all 4 teams up and down. Um, Jets obviously need to stay healthy, but the Dolphins and Bills have been up there for a bit. So, if New England's able to improve over the course of the next 2 to 3 years, this will be a really fun division to watch every year.
Oh, New England the pick is in. They rushed that one. I think we obviously know what's happening now.
Yeah, I don't think they're taking any time here.
Yeah, it was a very quick decision. Be very shocked if it's not Drake May. I'm gonna do a little test here for this comment thing. Let me see what happens here. All right, so I have just put out a comment. I don't know really. I'm guessing it just posts to the YouTube chat. Those that are watching, if you can tell us where that went, but I did post. What do you guys think? Arizona picks or trades in this number 4 spot? See if we get any responses to this or how this even goes. I don't even know where that went. Obviously, we're testing new software for this. So, when we post stuff in the chat, we have no idea where it's going. So someone tell us. Jaden looks very happy out in the Commander fan section. It's hilarious. Carter has responded, and he says he anticipates a trade here, which is kind of what I'm thinking too. Actually, our friend Ike, Chiefs prodigy, says he's agreeing also. He thinks a trade is coming. If they do trade, what do you think it's for? Do you think it's JJ McCarthy or do you think it's someone else? All right, here we go. New England has selected
Drake May. All right.
back from North Carolina, Drake May.
All right. Now the fun begins.
We got through the three. I'm actually pretty thankful that went faster than I thought it was going to, because those three I figured were going to delay it as long as they possibly could, even though we all knew who they were taking.
Yeah. Looks like we got Carter here, JJ from Mini. You know, that's been something Workman and I have been talking about for the past few weeks. This has been kind of crazy how quickly JJ McCarthy has skyrocketed up some of these draft boards. That does seem to be the team that's going to go after JJ if there is a trade up. I don't. Is JJ McCarthy worth 2 first-round picks? I don't know about that. But obviously looking at
I would say no way.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Minnesota's depth chart right now, obviously they had Joshua Dobbs, he's since gone. Sam Darnold's now their one. And then they obviously have the Nick Mullins, Jaron Hall, second and third spot. So I mean, they both have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, so some decent receivers there, but I don't know how much of an upgrade JJ McCarthy is going to be over Sam Darnold. So I don't. If I'm Minnesota, I'm not doing it, but there's been so much buzz, it's kind of hard to think that it's not a possibility.
Yeah, I really don't understand the love for him. Like, it's something I've debated or I guess argued, not debated, but all college football season of the disrespect for Michael Penix. And this just kind of keeps going for me here. Like, why are we? To me, the obvious pick here is Penix. Like, I don't, especially with Justin Jefferson. Like, if Minnesota wants to come out and get a quarterback, get Penix. Justin Jefferson's out there. Penix is the most accurate thrower of the football I've probably ever seen. It's crazy how accurate he is, especially on the deep ball. Like, I don't know. It's something it really does baffle me, the love for JJ McCarthy and even Bo Nix, especially over Michael Penix. Like, yeah, he's had injuries, but so has pretty much everyone. Like, who cares? I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, right now the one on Arizona is Michael Wilson. So
yeah, might as well have me at number one.
Yeah. Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch, and Chris Moore are their 1, 2, and 3 listed right now. So agree, just following tea leaves, JJ in Michigan equals suck.
These guys don't look too fucking good.
Don't think anybody here is going to argue with you on that one, Carter.
We should be finding out any second, I would assume, if we're going to have a trade or not. Ike has thrown in a bold prediction of Penix at 8 to Atlanta. That'd be interesting. There's a lot of they did end up with Cousins, so I guess he would be the Cousins heir apparent.
The pick is in, so Arizona did not trade.
Well, I'm going to take a guess that they were probably pretty in love with Marvin Harrison Jr. then. I think we'd be all surprised if that's not who it is, but I guess we'll know here in a second. Chargers might be the one then that benefits from this and get all the draft picks if there is a trade. Do you have any doubt at all that this is Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I would be very surprised if it's not. That Jets fan in the background looks pissed.
Oh, Ike is clarifying. He meant Minnesota via Atlanta. So a trade.
Okay. That makes
a little more sense, but
there he goes.
well, Colts fans, sorry to ruin your night. I know there was some rumors that they might come up and try to get him, but it's all over now. Marvin is in Arizona. I'm not sure how I feel about that, really. I feel like that sucks. Like when a player that's good in college football goes to a team that we're really not going to see much of, like we'll see a few highlights of him here and there, but I feel like he just went to like, I don't know, Death Valley. All right. So Chargers are now officially on the clock. We will see what the trade situation is with them. My over-under of breaking the record at 10 is not looking positive right now, unless something just goes absolutely crazy here in the next few picks. Chargers are interesting because they could take about any situation here. You never know what you're going to get with them. You could see a lineman, you could see tight end, you could see receiver. Probably not a defensive player yet, but oh yeah, give us just a second. So we actually have a guest joining us for the Chargers. Big fan of the Chargers, Jason. Let's add him in here. Jason, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Reese, can you hear him?
Perfect.
I think Reese is frozen.
Yeah,
there he is.
I was frozen there.
Okay.
All right, I see him here, so we should be good to go. I think I can hear you now.
Okay. What's up, Reese? What's up, Jacob?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? So as of now, we haven't had a trade yet in the draft. We're looking. Just before the draft started, we made a prediction. The record for trades in the draft was 9.5, or 9. So the over/under we set at 9.5. We actually we both picked the over, that we thought there'd be 10 or more, but so far we're not getting anything. So as a Charger fan, what do you think's going to happen here? Do you want to trade, or what do you want? One of the O linemen, or maybe even Brock Bowers?
Well, coming in, originally when we first had the 5th pick and I found that, I wanted Brock Bowers. I had my eye on him. And then obviously as the combine went and more information came out about guys, especially getting Harbaugh and his system and what he likes to run, and then getting a lot of the personnel, a lot of the front office from the Ravens, I pretty much started fixing my mind on having a run heavy. And as Harbaugh said, we're going to build that line from the inside out. So, as much as I love a nice, fancy, splashy receiver, because our going to do, I'd say, I don't think we're going to trade because I think teams wanted one of those top 3 quarterbacks. So in my mind, we're probably just going to stay pat, and I'm assuming we're probably going to go with a tackle, whichever one is the best tackle that is perceived to be. I'm not a tackle expert, but again, I've been seeing Latham and I've been seeing Alt, so I'm assuming it's one of those two. If I had to put my money on it.
Yeah,
but if you have neighbors, don't I like.
Or Roma Dunze. There's still a lot of guys out there that are very good. That's the thing. So as a Charger fan, one, how do you feel about Harbaugh being the coach? And two, how do you feel about Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler all being gone?
Great questions. Okay, first one, Harbaugh, very excited, hell excited. I mean, that's who I I actually thank I think our coach. Now I can't even remember his name. I
Brandon
appreciate
Staley.
him losing the way he did in such fashion. Yeah, and losing in the way he did to Jacksonville in the playoffs last year, and then again letting the Raiders smack us, which pretty much got him fired. I have a lot of Raider fans. I live in the Bay Area now, and they gave me a hard time about it, but I told him I thank him for that. So very happy with Harbaugh. His track
It's
record
awesome.
speaks for itself. You know, so I'm believing in him. It's all on him now. As far as losing Keenan, I love Keenan, Charger. For life. He did so much for us. Herbert's blanket. So it hurts to see Keenan go. Mike Williams, I like Mike, but he was always hurt. If I'm correct, I think I saw a stat where
Yeah.
they only played games together full time. Out of the whole time together, it's just he was always getting hurt. So I wasn't as sad to see him go, but Keenan again, he was pretty much a lifer. He's Charger ring Hall of Fame. So much love and respect to Keenan, and I wish him the best. So
yeah, and
that's all
I know
gotta
you
say
don't
about
I know
that.
you don't know this really about me, but I am an avid Clemson hater. So Mike Williams being from Clemson, I can't stand him. So him being always hurt, I thought he was a waste of space. So it's kind of glad they got rid of him. I mean, he was not
That's
that
fine.
productive for them. I am wondering though how they're going to score touchdowns.
He was when we drafted him.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how they're going to score touchdowns because Austin Eckler,
Running the ball.
like every time they needed it was Eckler. He had 1 million touchdowns, so it's going to be a whole change there, especially with Harbaugh coming in. Like you would have thought Eckler would have been one of the key points they would want to keep, but it's an interesting situation there.
But he's kind of small, and I think they just want. I'm assuming we're going to be similar to and how he likes to do things. I'm just expecting ground and pound.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards. We just signed J.K. Dobbins to a 1-year deal. Hopefully, if he's healthy, and I'm sure we'll pick up another running back in this draft. So I'm expecting a lot of run and then play action and protecting of Herbert. And, again, hopefully with our later picks, if we don't get a receiver now, hopefully we pick up 1 to 2 of them. I really like Xavier Worthy out of Texas, the speed.
Yeah, he's very good.
And as you said, Rome, he's nice, but he won't be there when we pick later. Yeah, so especially the way, the draft is in football, maybe we'll look up and get our own little Puka in the 5th round.
I love Puka. Puka's awesome. That's it's one of the interesting things about the
man. I love him.
Some of these guys who talk so much shit about how great they are and all of that, and then they end up being worthless.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Puka Nakua and guys that come in the 5th and 6th round. And I mean, look at the Lions, for example. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Look, we drafted him late in the draft. Comes in, he's an absolute stud. Like that's what you want on your team.
Yep.
Like the guy that does everything right. And Harbaugh's that same. Harbaugh's that same coach. That hard ass. Come in and be tough, and that's what you want. It's Chargers pick is officially in. It is on commercial right now, so it's going to be a second before we get to the pick.
Bringing them up, but since Chargers pick is in. I'm watching. I mean, again, I'm assuming a safety, and ideally, if we can not get us a receiver, that'd be great too. Let's start getting that room a little more crowded in there, but
I didn't realize this, but you guys picked up a kid I used to coach in Hilton Head. His name's Poona Ford. He played for Seattle for a while and was in Buffalo, and he signed with you guys in the offseason. So yeah, he plays nose tackle. He's a stud out of Texas.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, we need to again the trenches to protect the quarterback and then rush the quarterback. So hopefully he's effective, man. That's all I'm hoping for.
I actually am a big fan of the kid from TCU that they drafted last year too, Quentin Johnson. Nope. So I'd like to see him get a little bit more run too.
He's gonna get a chance. Yeah, he's definitely gonna. Chargers turn away offers for Jesse. No, we weren't. Yeah, he's gonna get a chance, and we will see. That's why I wasn't gonna give up on him, but I still think we need more depth, though. Especially with injuries. Okay, I think I'll pick. Here comes the commissioner.
That division's very good, also. So.
Oh, not yet. Oh. Okay. Yeah, obviously Kansas City. I mean, they're running it. They've been running for years. As a matter of fact, I want to say they're like 30-3 division. That's my own there. It's something crazy like that. So All right, here we go.
The picks right now. We'll get your live reaction. You tell us how you feel. Tell us who it is and how you feel about it.
Joel. I mean, it's not sexy, It's not sexy, but it's part for the course for Harbaugh to build the line.
Last year I would have agreed it's not sexy.
And
but the way that the Lions have changed my mind about running the football and showing what you can do with a great run game and a great O-line, you got to be happy with it. That's Harbaugh's dream right there.
Hot take from Mr. Carter here. Chargers take the best player in the draft.
I'm not mad at all. Yeah. Nothing wrong with – you can't go wrong with him. He's going to be in 12 years, health permitting, 6'8", 321. Nice big boy. I mean, I'm fine with it. They said he's the best tackle in the draft, so we took the best tackle, and now we just got to worry about the skill positions a little bit later. But I'm fine with it. And again, it just emphasizes what we already know. We're running the hell out there.
So I don't know if you can see the questions from the chat on your screen or not, but we did have one of our listeners chime in with a question for you. Does that move Slater to right tackle?
Great question. He is a left tackle. I mean, I guess Trey would really be the judge of it. If I had to say right, you say yeah, most likely Slater will go because he has a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I would assume also.
Trey Pipkins is the one who lost his spot most likely. So they'll probably move Slater to the right, and then and again, hey, that's more help for Herbert. So I'm fine with it. We're good.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. Wanted to get some perspective from a Charger fan as the draft goes on, and we were really wondering. Obviously, that was the big question: were we going to get a trade from them or not? So it is nice they hung around. They got a player, franchise left tackle, so you can't be too disappointed with it. So again, we greatly appreciate you joining us for the Chargers pick. If they trade back in, maybe we'll reach back out to you. But we'll see what's going on. They've got a ton of picks, so they got 9 picks.
And thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
No problem.
Good luck to your teams as well, and go Chargers, man.
Hey, I'm a Florida State fan, so I love Asante Samuel and I love Derwin James. So they got some guys I like out there. I think he is gone.
Yeah, I think he's gone too. Let's do a little test here, because this has been.
What are we testing?
This has been pure chaos with this software. So if you guys can't tell, we're playing sounds that we can't hear, but you guys can, and screens are popping up and leaving, and so we're gonna test this dynamic scene here and see if we can get anything better. We're trying, guys.
Giants pick is in. Giants pick is in already. So
damn. Okay, Giants pick is in. I mean, not only is this moving faster than I thought it was going to be, but we still don't have any trades.
Yeah, I don't think that we're hitting over 10 or over 9.5.
Carter's calling neighbors.
Hopefully Carter's not on Twitter reading all the picks early, because I don't know if he is or not. So there's no way for us to know this, and we're not spoiling picks. So please don't be doing that if that's what you're doing.
We're watching you, man. We're watching you.
Reese, our background seems to have changed. Did you do that, or is that something in the dynamic?
Yeah, it's something with the dynamic. We're testing some stuff out here. Just roll with it.
Yeah. For those of you listening, again, brand new software that we are hell of a time to test it, but it is what it is. We got some time tonight, so why not? Hopefully, when we bring some callers on, everything is running smooth. Obviously, some of the transitions there were wild, but we had people all over the screen at one point, but it works.
Yeah, I think at this point we're just kind of roll with what's here and not tinker with things too much. Although I did get a confirmation that if we play a sound, they can hear it. We can't.
Well, I have been playing the draft sound every time I see Roger Goodell, and he is here, and I just played it. So let's see who the Giants are picking.
Thanks for telling me because I did not hear it.
Oh, I know. We seem to have audio issues when it comes to sounds on every software we use. It was Malik Neighbors, wide receiver from LSU. Interesting pick. Like I still don't. I don't know. There's people that fall in love with him, so I guess I get it. But
well, now we're looking at Tennessee here. They've almost every mock draft they've been picked to go offensive tackle, and a lot of them were going Joe Alt. So now that that's not happening, we don't believe you, Carter. He's not guessing. He's taking advantage of us being on a delay here and working with antiquated software.
He really thinks we believe that.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. That broadcast.
The software would probably work better if we had Carter on here and somebody was doing laundry in the background.
That's very true. Well, we're going to have that here soon. It's almost time for Carter to appear on here.
That's true. We are going to have him on here soon. Oh,
here comes Carter. He probably is on Twitter. He's just saw a trade on Twitter. So now he sees we're going to see a trade here in a second.
Yeah.
Either that or he's fucking Mel Kiper's son. We're going to find out here soon. All right. So Tennessee on the clock. Couple of tackles are still there. Brock Bowers still there. Neighbors is gone now. So Roma Dunze still there. What do you think we're looking at for Tennessee?
There's definitely a possibility for a trade here. It's going to happen soon. Let's see. They've added Awuzie cornerback, Calvin Ridley as a receiver, Cushenberry at center. They did lose Derrick Henry. Obviously, it's a big loss for them. Danico Autry and Al Shahir at linebacker. We were talking just before the show. We don't think there's going to be a linebacker drafted, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see. This could be a good opportunity for Minnesota to jump up.
I mean, at this point, there's not too many teams that would even take a quarterback. So, like, they might be safe just to stay there. I mean, realistically, Atlanta, I wouldn't think Atlanta would with Cousins there, and Tennessee, I don't think they would. The Jets, I guess the Jets could as a backup to Rodgers.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. If it's going to be one of them, it's going to be the Jets.
And then you wonder if you get to the Jets pick and someone's still there, if someone trades the world to come up to jump Minnesota.
That's the concern. That's why I think we might have something happening here. The hell does it say leak?
I can't see it. There's a giant MCDC head in the first row. That's absolutely awesome, though.
I saw that. Great. It's a travesty that the Eat 'em Up Lions guy's not around anymore to see this.
Yeah, he would have kicked off the draft.
Of course, yes, because by this time he'd be the mayor of Detroit.
He did proclaim his I don't know what you call it. Eligibility, I guess, to be nominated.
Claimed his eligibility and had announced his slogan.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Detroit football or really Detroit sports in general, Workman and I obviously went to high school together, and we went to quite a few Lions games. And when we used to go up there was a homeless guy that had taken a Hulk hand and painted it Lions blue and would stand outside of the stadium before and after games and had an "Eat 'em Up Lions" chant. I think he's since deceased, unfortunately, but that dude had quite a story. I know that when that got announced and they talked about like the amount of money that he was making.
Eat 'em Up Tigers man too.
Yeah. He was making some change out there.
He definitely was. It was always a joy to walk by on the wonderful walk through downtown Detroit back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of it's actually really nice now. It's much improved from back in the early 2000s when it was hell, but
yeah,
it is nice now. Titans pick is in.
All right. We're another
we'll go into commercials.
Go into commercials. So
well, it's going to be a few minutes then.
All right. Well, it's going to be 3 minutes. Let's throw a couple of questions here at you.
Oh, I forgot this still existed. All right, here we go.
Yeah, it still existed. I didn't go too crazy here. We're not looking at like you're naming like New Mexico State A&M University's mascot or anything like that. These are all focused on the NFL. Some of these are kind of layups. So, all right. Which player has won the most NFL MVP awards?
Oh shit. I don't know. Joe Montana. Tom Brady.
Which one are you going with?
Brady.
I'm playing the trumpet sad sound. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
I actually can hear it.
I cannot hear it. So the answer is Peyton Manning. He won in 03, 04, 08, 09, and 2013.
Oh.
We're 0 for 1. All right, we're still playing some heartfelt commercials here, so let's throw another one at you. Who kicked the longest field goal of all time, and what was the yardage?
In the NFL?
Correct.
I thought that record was just broken like recently.
It may have been.
I think it was 66 or 60.
66 is correct.
I thought it was Justin Tucker.
That's correct.
That's right.
Or 1 for 2. I have no idea if you heard that either, but
yes, I hear all the sounds, and for some reason, why am I knowing that? But I don't know fucking MVPs of. Actually, that might have been the kick that beat the Lions that bounced off the crossbar and went in. I don't know if it was that kick or not, but
it could have been. It was in 2022 is when it happened.
That really might have been that kick then. Typical Lions loss.
Exactly. Who has the most sacks in NFL history, and what is the number?
No, I don't know. JJ.
It is Bruce Smith with 200 and even 200 sacks over the course of his career.
Yeah. Or that. I know we were playing Tecmo Bowl. I didn't know.
The next one I know you're not going to know, so I'm not even going to ask it.
Go ahead. We're still on commercial. Go ahead and ask one more. Ask that one.
Who has the most interceptions in NFL history?
What team did they play for?
Let me just make sure I'm not missing any teams. He played his career with the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. He was born in 1942, was abducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998.
I don't. Is there a college football award named after him?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, what's the answer?
It's Paul Krause. He had 81 interceptions over the course of his career. All right, we are back in, and
here we go.
Are selecting. Assume you're playing that sound.
I'm going to right now. By the time it plays, we'll know the pick.
There you go, J.C. Latham.
J.C. Latham, Alabama. All right, so Atlanta on the clock. Dallas Turner's still there. To me, that's the obvious pick. I guess we'll find out a little bit more in a second. I am going to go ahead and we will be welcoming our friend that's been in the chat for a while, Andrew Carter, here in the very near future. Those that have listened to the college and the NFL episodes have seen Carter before. A Notre Dame fan, Colts fan. See what he thinks about the Colts pick coming up. Reese, for the Falcons, you pretty set on Dallas Turner here, or do you think we might see a surprise here?
I'll be very surprised if it's not Dallas Turner. Looking at what they need right now, edge rusher is one of those primary pieces. They do need a cornerback, so could potentially be looking at like a Quinyon Mitchell. Latu's still out there as well, but I think Dallas Turner's the obvious choice. Really strong pass rusher, long and athletic. He's got a really quick first step. Really good ability to separate from the linemen. He's got a solid ability to read the run at the line of scrimmage as well. So I think this is a piece that Atlanta needs. It's the safe pick, and again, unless something crazy happens where Minnesota decides to jump up, Ike Houston.
I don't even think that's true. I think Scott is our friend Scott.
Yeah, it's his dad.
They're one and the same people.
Which, by the way, Scott sent me a text message earlier, and he said prediction: 6 of the first 13 picks are quarterbacks. Only 3 get a second contract with their drafting team, which is going to be a really difficult thing for us to track, Scott, if you are listening. But I'll do my best to try to remember that 4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah,
if you're right. We'll call you out. Hopefully, we're still live.
We got T. What's better than one card? I would assume 2 Carters. Do we got 2 or 2 coming? Be awesome.
We got Lil Weezy joining us. I can't believe it's 9:00 and we're already at pick 8. I did not expect that.
Yeah, it's gone surprisingly fast. T is Tom Carter. Tom Carter is quite the legend. I haven't seen him in many years of my life. Me and Tom Carter once sat by Tony Dungy at a college basketball game. There's some random information that never thought would have been on this, but happened. I wish we could see some interesting. I want to see some trades.
You think something's going to happen here? What up, Andrew Carter?
Well, he's not here yet. We'll give him all these messages when he arrives. He's probably starting the washing machine, and
yeah, I was going to say he's doing some laundry right now,
putting his rabbit ears up, and who the hell knows what else. It's always quite the situation with him. It's awesome.
Getting his helmet ready.
Yeah, that's true too. Big Tom had forgotten about Tony Dungy. I know J.C. Latham is a large man.
Yes, he is.
Jesus Christ. Tennessee's going to be an interesting team this year. Quite a bit of changes. I think they will be much improved. Obviously, that whole division is going to be very good, though. That's quite the problem for them. Jacksonville might end up being the worst team in the division.
Man, that was a roller coaster this year.
Yeah. So we got a question here. Who's the threats to take Bowers before the Colts? I would assume the Jets. There's not a whole lot of teams. Jets, I guess maybe Denver. And maybe Minnesota's all full of shit and that they are happy with Darnold. So I guess Minnesota possibly they got TJ Hawkinson, but
I was going to say they have Hawkinson, at the end of the year,
but yeah, he is coming off of an injury. Got absolutely smashed by the Lions. But yeah, well, Vegas. I think Vegas is probably going to take Penix if he's there. I would actually worry a little bit about the Saints too. You never know what they're going to do right before the Colts. So
yeah, I was going to say. I mean, Taysom Hill is listed as a tight end, but he plays all over the place. Is what Jawan Johnson is still on that team, right? So he's their current one, but they got rid of Michael Thomas. So Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Cedric Wilson, they could benefit from a tight end.
Yeah. Texas apparently has met Ken Wisenhunt at a bowling alley in Hilton Head Island. That's awesome. Another old friend from high school. We got all the comments coming from our high school guys.
Michael Penix has gone to Atlanta. Here's the first shocker.
Well, I actually said that earlier. That's not even what he meant to say, but that's That's what he said. So now I'm going to applaud a team. Finally, I'm going to applaud a team. Carter, can you please turn your television down?
Fellas. Yeah, I can.
Penix to Atlanta is awesome.
Of course,
finally,
Carter comes on and we immediately have to tell him to turn the damn TV down.
It's always something with Carter. We just have to expect it at this point. But Penix to Atlanta is absolutely awesome.
Off this helmet over here.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yep.
The only thing that sucks, though, is that Cousins is now going to play. Yeah, it's good. The only thing that sucks is that Cousins is now going to play, and Penix is not going to be starting. I don't like that at all. I want Penix to come in and play day one.
Yeah, I was going to
say that's my only problem with that fit.
I clarified earlier and meant to say mini, but he was actually correct in his Atlanta pick, and now he's saying disregard the clarification. So we'll give it to you, even though it was an accident.
Carter, I don't know if you saw this while you were joining us, but you have all kinds of people shouting you out in the.
Yeah, I just fired off a bunch of texts right before I got on here. See who I can get on. I see some girl named T was commenting. Who's that?
I have no idea.
Okay. T.
That's Big T? Tom. That's our friend Big Tom, damn it. Don't call him a girl.
Oh, TC. My bad. That was TC. My bad. What up,
so what I was getting at when Carter joined, our Matt Cummings, also a comment from him, a Dunze season is in Bears country. I actually agree. I hate it because I hate the Bears, but God, what a pairing that would be. And that offense would be awesome. We are at that pick right now, so we're going to find out very soon if they do keep it.
Dude, like,
I was trying to talk Matt into maybe getting on later if you guys needed a Bears perspective, but he said he had date night, so
I was just getting ready to say, in like freshman or sophomore year at Delta, back when ESPN was making magazines still, Matt submitted a comment or something to ESPN magazine and it got published. And I happened to see it in the magazine and ended up giving it to him when we were in high school. I don't know if you remember that, Matt, but he was the
hope he's listening.
The first
Carter,
one in this
do you
group
still have the TV on? I can hear Bill Belichick talking.
Yeah.
Do you still
so I got to mute that? I got to.
Yes.
Well, how am I supposed to follow the draft?
We don't have the sound on, and we're doing a damn broadcast.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ!
Calls closed
caption. If I would have known this, I wouldn't have agreed to join.
Oh God damn!
I got McAfee, ESPN, and NFL. What? My bad.
I heard Bill Belichick. I don't think he joined our draft coverage. I don't.
All the Chicago picks in.
This is in.
So quiet now.
This is flying by. You can go start the laundry if you want, Carter. We're used to hearing that in the background.
I'm due for some laundry, probably.
Is there anyone that has any doubt here that this is a Dunze?
Not Matt. Matt called it.
I could see O-line. Fashanu or
Dunze country.
I mean, I think they have two good receivers in DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Like, obviously, it's an embarrassment of riches they have a Dunze, but to me, I think I need an O-lineman.
Big Tom's firing off another comment at us here.
Well, I gotta have the headphones for the chat. God,
Carter sounds like he's had 74 beers already tonight.
It's a Dunze. Working towards it.
I like it.
How many more years does Keenan Allen have in him?
It can't be many.
So, like, I don't think it's.
I don't even know when the last time he finished it. Like, how many times has he played a full season? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
True. But
well, here it is. Oh, hold on, shit! I got to get to it quick.
I guess I'm ahead of you guys.
Where's it at? Fuck! I can't even hear the sounds anymore. Wonderful. Rome Odunze was the pick to the Bears. I believe I predicted this exact thing back in December on our podcast. I should get a scouting job. Jets coming up at 10.
Brock Bowers season?
That's what we actually, I don't know if you saw the comment when you were joining, but I think it was Tom. Who would be the one?
Tom asked about. Yeah. So Jets were definitely one that was linked with them. But I figured there'd be more trades. So
yeah, it's kind of crazy. There hasn't been a single trade yet. Minnesota is got to be one pick away from being extremely happy, unless they truly just don't want JJ McCarthy, which goes against everything we've heard for the last month.
He's going to fall right in their lap.
Yep.
I'm a little early. We got to trade, boys.
God damn it, Carter.
For one spot. It's kind of dumb. It's a dumb trade. I'll stop looking over there.
So Minnesota did come up a spot?
Yeah, but why?
Well, we said that a few minutes ago. I said a team, if anyone wants that player, then they could trade and take the Jets and give them the world to come up and take the player that they want. So now they're so they're securing that by trading and taking that pick themselves.
Right, because the Jets were kind of in no man's land, didn't know where they were going to go.
No, and I'm sure to trade back just that one pick, they probably added like a second and a fourth or something crazy. I'm sure we'll get the details here soon, but
yeah.
And they sure as hell weren't going to take anyone that Minnesota's going to want. Jets more than likely, I think, are going to take one of those. I would go for one of those offensive tackles.
Which one? There's a couple
there's
Fuaga or Fashanu.
Go after Fatanu or Fuanga or kind of like guard tackle. They go either which way.
Yeah, Fuaga from Oregon State and Fashanu from Penn State. Both of those are still there. I honestly could see either one of them. So I guess the question is here, now that Minnesota has came up and taken that spot, what are you thinking? You think this is the quarterback?
Definitely.
There's only one other player that I think that this could be. And I talked a lot of shit about the Vikings defense last year. The only other player that I think this could possibly be is Terry and Arnold, but we'll see. If it's not, here we go. Here's the details. So they gave them a fourth and a fifth. So they got just their fourth and a fifth. They didn't really give up that much just to move up one.
Yeah, I mean,
and Minnesota still got their sixth too.
One spot's not that big of a deal, but I mean,
but it is if someone's trying to come up and take it. That's
the only thing that's questionable is
were
the Jets getting other phone calls. Surely you would think that if it's somebody that's not Minnesota that's trying to trade up, they would have offered something better than that.
Yeah, but it's also safer for the Jets too because they know they're only dropping one pick, so whatever guy they actually want is still going to be there too. So
yeah.
Interesting. Denver sitting there need a quarterback. What do you think they're going to do? I'm kind of thinking down the.
I truly
Jets
have only.
Jets are dropping back one. Maybe they could go Bowers. That's been inked to them.
I've truly only seen Denver ever have Bo Nix, and that's it.
That'd be terrible.
I know, but that's like I haven't seen anything that's not Bo Nix to Denver. Like it really blows my mind.
For this podcast, I'm hyped that Penix went top 10. Like the disrespect on this man.
Yeah.
I know Penix is a Tuesday night touchdown podcast dude.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm with him. I know maybe it's just Workman. Reese was with him a little bit, but
yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad that he went fucking top 10. He
had
the best film. I would say he has the best film for the last 2 years. If you break it down,
realistically, yeah. Like, he's been absolutely ridiculous.
I thought I was going to come on here and talk a lot of shit about Jaden Daniels, but because I thought he was going to slide. He only had to pass to the two best receivers in the draft class and one of the best offensive coordinators out there. And he's 24 years old, but
dynamite drop in money. The broadcast school has really paid off.
Yeah. We just went back to back Adunze and Penix also. That was not even noted. Just think of that. That's
right. Couple Huskies.
That's right. Hell yeah. Well, you shoot the bow and arrow, Carter. That's what we do. We might still see one more Husky tonight. I think there's an offensive lineman that was projected later in the draft. Fatanu, I think.
Yeah.
Fatanu,
yeah.
I like Polk too. He's not first rounder, but
I actually did see some rumors of Jalen Polk if he was still there, and someone like at 31 or 32 really wanted him. Maybe a potential trade back in to get him. I don't think he'll go tonight. I think he'll be very early tomorrow, though. Same with Keon Coleman. I think they're both going very early tomorrow. Oh, come on. Jesus, these damn commercials. We need the draft commercial free and just roll. Carter, you got a comment here from this guy.
What up, Adam? You got anything else to say? What do we got? He's a Colts fan. I know who this is. Colts fan.
We don't need more of those on here.
Yeah. Who do you think we're gonna have? Who are we gonna draft? Is Bowers gonna stick around there? Are we gonna go after a cornerback or Dallas Turner? He might be sneaking back that way. Pass rush. Who do you think?
Yeah, it actually is interesting with Dallas Turner now because I was pretty set on him going to the Falcons.
Yeah, every mock it seemed like he was going 9. Adam is a diehard. He was hoping for Marvin Harrison though, and I told him it was unrealistic. So,
yeah,
hope he likes the glue factory.
Yeah, yep. Let's talk about Lions, dude.
We're coming up soon.
Panay and fucking Amon-Ra getting
hell
paid.
Yeah.
I love those dudes have earned it.
And obviously I'm a notorious.
The whole intro today was awesome.
Oh, that was yeah. We were trying to start this fucking. We're trying to start this show, and that's going on the TV. How am I supposed to start with that going on?
Yeah, I came in late watching all that new stuff.
74 billion people in downtown Detroit right now too. Like it looks insane. I wish I was there. It's awesome. Look at all those fucking people. Hell yeah.
NFL kind of killed it on moving the city to city. Like it's cool seeing all the fan bases get behind it and just showing out.
Oh, what are these people? What does that shirt say?
Taps.
Not as good as Big Kevy's shirt. I can tell you that. But
teams.
Does that say Texas? Are these Texas's family?
Yep, that's it.
I can't see what that says.
Teams for tax. It's teams for taps. TAPS.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's some military thing.
I'm at one hell of an angle, so I can't really see anything. I can just see their shirts are red and that it looks like Texas. So I'm saying that they're his family.
Well, at least you can tell.
So I gave up on a lot of these mock drafts around 15, if you could imagine. What are you thinking, Reese, at 24? You guys going to move up a little bit, or
I don't think so.
No
based
target?
Based on what the lack of what we've done so far, I think realistically we're going to pick whatever the best available lineman is when it gets to that point. A lot of what I've been seeing recently is Tyler Guyton.
Big Tom, I could not agree with you anymore. That big motherfucker out there catching passes to seal games on third down. It's incredible. Oh, we've got a draft pick.
Love it.
We're about to find out who's now. So Carter, don't spoil it.
Yeah, Carter already knows.
Pittman's giving us the big announcement here.
JJ McCarthy, there he is.
It is JJ McCarthy. Well, at least one of the teams in the division is going to suck. So I'm happy about that.
They locked that up for you. Well, of all the quarterbacks that we talked about, there's only one left.
This whole time, Jets are taking trades too.
Probably.
Who would be the player? Bowers. People are probably coming up for Bowers out of anything, right?
Or Terry and Arnold.
Or one of the top cornerbacks, yeah. Or Turner, even. I mean, who's the best
I forgot he's still there. Turner? Honestly, yeah. God, I wish the Lions would.
I like
the Lions
Murphy.
Can make a move.
I know he's a tackle, but Murphy's a nice ass D tackle. I think Fashanu from Penn State too.
Oh, I forgot this is going backwards here now. Who we got? Jets on the clock. All right, Reese. Let's pick them all. Who is it? Who are you taking?
I think Bowers is the choice here.
Carter.
Why don't we pull up? Can we pull up the top available there, Reese? You had some nice.
We can, but this software's being a giant pain in the ass.
I know. We're working on it. We're figuring it out. This is a good situation here.
So since Carter's dilly dicking, I'm gonna pick. I'm going surprise here.
I'm going for Shanu.
I'm going Fuaga from Oregon State, the offensive tackle.
All right.
It's been wild, the tackle market. It used to be back last time I was on this podcast, it was Fashanu from Penn State. Didn't know who was one or two. Now the disrespect on the kid from Penn State, he's like 4th or 5th tackle.
Yeah.
And they're moving up Fuagu, Fatanu, like all these like guard tackle mixes.
Yeah, I'll never be able to pronounce his first name, but his last name is Fashanu.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to pronounce all these names, but
oh yeah, you should watch when we do the transfer portal episodes in college football. Got quite a few of them.
I have.
We've got some guy
we
that
have a new
chat here. Hold on, Carter, you're gonna love this one. Sean whoever this guy is, says Bo Nix to the Colts. Is that your friend Carter? You know this guy?
If you look at the picture, if you zoom in.
Carter, did you just say
he's not real bright? He's not real bright.
We can't say that, Carter. God damn it.
You can't say the R word, Carter.
You're gonna get us kicked off YouTube for your stupidity.
Oh,
God damn it.
My bad. I thought we were on a new platform. I didn't know.
We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube, bud. It's new software, same platform.
So you know this Shano 53. Is this Sean Marion?
Sean Marion?
Yeah, he's just talking shit. This is a Patriots fan, so he's pretty hyped about Drake May, I think, right now.
I would be too.
What he's gonna say.
I don't know who he's gonna throw it to, but Jets pick is in, so they're not trading. Carter, don't spoil the pick. Like I know you're going to. What is in the koozie there, Carter? What's your drink of choice tonight?
Hazy Hearted IPA from
Bell's.
Yep.
It's very good.
Not a better way to get through the draft.
You guys got a little tequila?
I've partnering with The Rock. I'm having some very, very good mana in my evening. I'm going to play the sound even though no one can hear it.
Well,
Carter, can you hear that sound? Oh, you're the only one. I can't hear it anymore.
There went Fashanu.
No, I can hear it.
So it was Fashanu. Olu Mayawa. Olu Mayawa Fashanu.
Live
offensive
prediction
tackle
here.
from Penn State.
You saw I wasn't looking at my phone on Twitter.
You probably were. We don't know that.
All right, now I'm going to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So Denver's on the clock. Is it time for the worst pick of the draft? Is it Bo Nix? I surely hope not, because it will definitely be this. If so,
like you said earlier,
it's truly the only player I've even seen them picking. But also Atlanta, the only player I really ever saw them picking was Dallas Turner. Also, so you never know.
Hey, this Fashanu pick though is pretty good. This guy is unreal. He was with Joe all the way up until testing. I'm not sure exactly why he fell off, but got all the size, all the athleticism. He's going to be a great tackle, right or left. He'll protect Aaron Rodgers. They already got the weapons out there, so I think it makes a lot of sense.
Dynamite drop in money. Well, we predict fucking commercial. All right, so we predicted the last
quarterback.
What'd you say?
Maybe Raiders Bo Nix. I think Michael Thomas or Brian Thomas is a good pick right here. Maybe the other receiver from LSU.
Yeah,
one of these two teams, or even the Colts were eyeballing him.
Well, so with who's available still, we're Denver, Vegas, Saints all have to pick before the Colts. Right now, with who's available still, who do you want on the Colts?
Bowers. I mean, I like our tight end room, but Bowers is a difference maker, especially if you look at the way they used him.
I don't know if old Shano was answering that question, but Spencer Rattler has why this name has appeared. Shano, let's get another comment telling us why the hell you just dropped Spencer Rattler's name.
I thought he was going back for his 13th year of eligibility. I didn't even know he was in the draft. Well, you guys had Mo Alley Cox is still there, right? And then you've got
Jelani Woods, Drew Ogletree, Kyle Granson. Yeah, so Ogletree, he got suspended for some off the field stuff, but he's off the commissioner's exempt list. Jelani Woods is a 10.0 RAS guy. I don't know if you guys follow the RAS stuff, like athletic testing, but he was hurt last year, so he didn't play. He's a freak though, like 6'8", 250, 260.
So just for some clarification, Shano's comment was that Spencer Rattler is going to be the Broncos' new quarterback.
I love it. Yeah, that seems on brand. Let's ride.
Big Tom says that AR nothing helps AR more than Bowers. And then we also have a comment here saying that Granson should be cut.
Yeah. I mean, we got to make room for Bowers, and it's kind of driving up right now.
Saying keep Woods and Ogletree.
The Raiders have, to me, the best tight end in the league, Michael Mayer from the University of Notre Dame. So they're probably not going to draft a tight end. So I think Bowers is going to fall right in our lap.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Michael Mayer.
Well, what about the Saints? What's the Saints situation? You don't think Bowers would be an option there? I mean, I know they probably need offensive line more than anything, but all the linemen are gone.
They're going to go. No, they're not at all.
The big ones are, though.
Well, no, I mean, Fuaga's still out there. Fatana's still out there.
Fuaga was like the number 2 tackle on every mock I've seen.
Fuaga's the only one that's there, though, and we've got to see if he makes it still. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they might go Bowers. I doubt it, though. I think they're O-line. Or even, maybe they love Bo Nix. He sounds like a Southern boy from Louisiana. Bo Nix.
Big Tom's making a comment here about something.
Oh, I forgot about Will, but yeah, I like the tight end room for Indianapolis. I really do, but Brock Bowers is a different fucking level. I mean, I don't even consider him a tight end. Like he's on the field every play.
I was gonna say the versatility is you don't have anybody on the field like that has that level of versatility.
No.
Well, look at the Lions last year with Sam Laporta. I mean, he came in and absolutely dominated. He can be that exact same player.
I think he could take a next step past Laporta. But Laporta is like, to me, tight ends as a rookie don't usually perform like Laporta. That was bar none. Yeah. I think Bowers could even at least do that or top it.
Helps to have a great offensive coordinator, too, which I like Shane Steichen, too. So I think he would be able to design stuff for him.
Yeah, I like Ben Johnson. If Dallas could get an offensive coordinator, man, we'd all three be sitting pretty here, but no comment.
Maybe next year.
They actually had one, but now he's gone.
He gone.
I don't know where he's at now.
Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he's in Philly, right? Philly's offensive coordinator now?
Yeah, yep. Which he went to San Diego or LA, and then that's where Sirianni's from. There's where that connection is.
It can't be too much longer before we see a defensive guy come off the board.
Well, what I'm really hoping is we see the Lions trade up here within the next couple picks and get Terry and Arnold, because that's what I really would like to happen. But it's going to be a long night for the fine fans of Detroit. It is time for the Broncos to pick.
The way this draft is going, I was actually thinking the Colts would probably go back a little bit, trade back. They love getting their picks, but I think one of their top dogs are going to fall to them, either Terry and Arnold, Brock Bowers, or Mitchell.
There he went.
Or
Bo Nix.
Yeah, it was Bo Nix. That's
oh,
that's
let's
terrible.
ride, you fucking the Broncos. Pardon my French.
You're allowed to say fuck. You just can't say the R word.
Just can't say the R word.
There's no R word?
Yeah, that's more important than fuck. You can say fuck all you want.
Well, that's R word. That's what I think it is. Are
Jesus
you kidding
Christ.
me?
Yeah, that's terrible. So they got the super soaker with Zach Wilson, and then they got this guy who can't throw the ball 30 yards in fucking Bo Nix. So,
and they're
good
paying
luck,
Russell
Sean
Wilson
Payton.
$40 million this year.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Get out of here. Denver is trash. Oh, they got new uniforms though.
And they look like the horse's ass. Well, I guess they are horses, but that's
I was gonna say that's an accurate depiction.
yeah, that they look
roll
terrible.
out the throwbacks that they like, the creamsicle throwbacks or whatever.
This is all of his wives. 74 wives. Someone's gonna be on the bottom bunk kicking hard tonight. That's a
God damn.
quaking. Carter, we have officially 2 picks away now from the Colts. The Las Vegas
the
Raiders
Colts are
on the
not
clock.
sitting pretty.
What'd you say?
I at once thought they were going to move back, but they got one of their guys are falling here for sure. If it's Arnold or Bowers, I would say, or even Brian Thomas, one of those three will go.
I wonder if the Raiders is where we see the first defensive pick of the draft. How you feel about your guy Gardner Minshew in Vegas? Oh goddamn, the pick's already in. It was instant.
Yeah, I was gonna say they went. The Raiders went quick.
They ran it in. Is that Bowers? No, they got Michael Mayer. I forgot. They're good.
Maybe they want both. Could you imagine that?
I'll change my allegiance. I'll be in black and silver.
You're full of shit. Reese, who are you taking here?
What they run it for? Dallas Turner? Is he still there?
He is still there.
Him and I don't know, that D line's already. Christian Wilkins,
Max Crosby,
the best fucking D line in the league.
It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean they could use a corner. They got Quinyon Mitchell sitting there. Byron Murphy sitting there. Fuaga's still out there. Fashanu,
the kid from Oregon State. Maybe
Fashanu's gone, but
hey Reese, can you put the top available on here somewhere?
Let me see what I can do for you here, Carter.
Just a thought. I don't know.
I don't think we have a top. I think we have by position. I don't know if we have a straight top available.
You need the Mel Kiper best of it, like the Reese Downing best available.
I know he should have done that. Here comes Goodell for pick number 13, the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll announce it as soon as he does. And then the Saints will be on the clock.
They like Alabama guys.
He spoiled the fucking pick again.
No,
yeah, I'm sure you were just.
They love Alabama and Clemson.
It was
guys.
Bowers.
Alabama,
it was
Clemson
Bowers.
Guys.
Take that.
It was Bowers.
Is it Bowers? Oh,
no. I told you they were going to pair.
No.
Carter, now take off your jersey, take off your hat, take down that bullshit background. You've pled your allegiance to the black and silver, so you can take all that bullshit off.
Colts are backing up now. They're trading back.
Hopefully with the Lions.
Possibly.
Carter,
Like 28?
how's it feel to have a new favorite team in the NFL?
I'm not doing it.
I knew you
I was
wouldn't.
JK.
Full of shit.
That was the JK.
What an interesting offense they have now.
God, Bowers and fucking Michael Mayer. What a dynamic offense. Best tight end room in the league. Yeah. It gives me reminiscence of Gronk and
The murderer from Florida.
Hernandez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gronk Hernandez room. I don't know which one's a killer. Probably Bowers. We don't know much about him, but
He's from Georgia. He probably drives recklessly and
he's
drunk. So
he killed the whole SEC.
Allegedly.
I mean, yeah.
Aiden O'Connell, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, and Brock Bowers. Minus the quarterback. It's not too terrible there. Aiden O'Connell's ass, but see what happens. Maybe they'll go quarterback later in the draft.
Pretty good defense.
Diehard fan Adam has pled his allegiance to the blue and white. No damn silver and black, as he says.
Attaboy. I couldn't change if I tried, man. I'm bleeding the blue over here. They might Terry and Arnold might fall to him, or I mean, either one of those. I think I'd be happy with.
Yeah, Terry and Arnold's a stud.
The biggest need is cornerback. I mean, if you look at we still had a pass rush, but I also, in my heart of hearts, I want to give as many weapons to Anthony Richardson as we can. So
Big
that's why
Tom
I was
is
thinking
pissed.
Bowers or Brian Thomas. Hey, what are you going to give up, bro?
Big Tom is pissed at the Southern talking Chris Ballard sitting on his ass. He's not happy about it. Shauno with another deadly comment coming in here saying that Cooper DeJean is 75-1 to be the first defensive player still picked. That is still a live bet. Yes, that's if that happens, I will be shocked and maybe nominate Carter to put a large corn cob in his ass to celebrate that win for you if you did bet that. Thomas just says fuck.
I did bet it. Awesome. I'm not going to do the corn cob. Fucked.
I love that's. I'm actually going to leave that comment on there for a minute. That's probably one of the better ones of the night. That's absolutely awesome. Big Tom, since you're in the chat and I know you're watching, give us a shout out here, Big Tom. What do you want the Colts to pick? Give us your pick for the Colts if you became Chris Ballard. Oh, we got another comment dropping here. T. Higgins did request a trade. Yes, we have seen that. And also Trey Hendrickson from the Broncos, our Bengals, has also requested a trade, which is another interesting move, even though they did come out and say they will not trade him. Never know what's going to happen.
So the Colts have moved a lot of money around, rescheduling DeForest Buckner's contract. So they still could do some free agent moving. I mean, Higgins isn't out of the question. I doubt it happens. I heard a lot of smoke around Brandon Ayuk today.
And Debo. Both of them.
Yeah, Andy, both of them were, but specifically Ayuk with the Colts. We'll see. They can make some moves still.
If we had prizes to give out, Big Tom would be dropping a prize for you for the best comment of the draft, and he's now saying it's Bowers or bust. Well, unfortunately, Bowers isn't there anymore, so we got to pick someone that's actually still available.
I guess
how the draft works.
It was past tense there, Workman.
Now we're trading back for 2025.
Oh, okay. He's mega.
Chris Ballard, Tom Carter has given up on this year's draft at this point. So, did we make predictions for the Saints?
Fuagu.
You said Fuagu?
Whatever that Polynesian name is. Yeah, the FU one.
It's Tylese.
Tylese Fuaga.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
They got Aaron Rodgers up here on Pat McAfee.
Of course they do.
Looks like he just came out of a cave or something. I don't know.
Of course he does.
It's quite the concert going on the fucking stage right now in Detroit. I don't know what is happening, but I don't have the sound on, so I'm just watching it, and it's quite the scenic show when you can't hear anything on a 90% talking show.
Yeah, I thought I was going to start hating it and not actually hearing the picks, but it's kind of nice enjoying it with you two.
Yeah, I haven't heard one word of it.
And
unfortunately, I literally right as we went live is when all those Detroit legends started coming out. I was like, man,
oh, it was awesome.
It was awesome. And Calvin to come out at the end.
There though, your feed came up late. Like I didn't even notice it until after.
Yeah, it started at like 8:05 or 8:06.
Right.
Big Tom, Ballard seems to think a roster full of 6th rounders with a strong Christian background is the answer, and I say Jesus Christ in my workman voice. I like that. That is awesome. Hold on. Jordan Fields just commented. What is going on this draft? This is like a high school reunion on here.
I know. It's like
the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints pick is in. Turner. They picked Dallas Turner. Or are you just saying that?
Fields is asking for Dallas. No, Fields is asking for Dallas, I think.
What is Fields' name that you guys used to call him? Didn't you call him like Todd or some shit?
Yeah, Todd Fields. He's Jordan now.
I like Jordan Fields. That's my guy. Haven't seen him in probably 20 years, but still awesome.
Number 1 in your heart. Number 55 in your program.
I think it's backwards. I think it's number 55 in your program and number 1 in your heart. But
yeah, you got it. You got it.
You got it.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. The mana's flowing well in Carter's can. So we're gonna pull up this comment again. So who's gonna be the 6th rounder with the strong Christian background this year, Big Tom? That's what I want to know. Wait for that in the comments. Tom is dropping in some dynamite comments tonight. Also, Carter, since his name just popped up on the screen, it reminded me.
TV's on here. Someone's
calm
TV's
down.
My,
calm down. Carter, did you see the Jameis Winston Publix commercial today?
No, I'd love to see it though.
I will be glad to send it to you. It's must watch.
He's grown on me more than any player ever.
Jameis is the man. Speaking of strong Christian backgrounds, that's where
eating them W's.
Taxes. Mute your damn TV.
What is it with everyone that joins this thing?
Didn't you bring me in that fast? I thought we were waiting for Carter.
Jesus, man.
Oh, here we go. Goodell is on the way to the microphone right now. We're about to have a pick for the Saints. Pick number 14.
Who is it, Texas? Who is it, Texas? You know?
I'm streaming on.
Don't spoil it,
you guys.
Okay, good.
I've been behind all night.
All right, just a guess.
You've been spoiling it for me. Thanks, Tom. Jeez.
Oh, he spoiled it for everyone. Saints are picking right now. Number 14. It is
Talise.
It is Talise Fuaga, tackle from Oregon State. The Big Oos. Looks like a hell of a party going on there. I guarantee there's some mana going on in that place, that's where I wish I was.
O-line. Here come the Colts, though.
We got a comment from your diehard brethren. He's talking to you specifically that he's out. He's got to pack up and get ready to roll out, my bro. So Carter, tell him good night. It's
not a true fan. Not a true fan.
Yep. Yeah, he's not diehard anymore. He's leaving before the fucking picks. What kind of asshole is this? Like
some silver and black moves right there is what that is.
Sorry, Jordan Fields. Jordan Fields says yes, go Colts. Jordan, since we can't get a real answer out of Tom, he's too busy worrying about 6 rounders with strong Christian backgrounds. Jordan Fields, who do you think the Colts pick will be?
It's got to be Terry and Arnold, right?
I hope not, because that's who I want the Lions to take. And he's not going to be there at 28 or whatever the hell we pick.
Or Thomas. Arnold, Mitchell, or Thomas.
Good call. Good call, Carter. So the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. Only one of us here is a fan of that team. Oh, Jordan Fields has commented. He says Turner.
I mean, I like our pass rush. You can always add to it. But the cornerbacks are just... You couldn't name any of them other than Kenny Moore.
Workman, if you're in this spot, are you taking Verse over Turner?
No, I love Jared Verse.
Yeah,
They're
good
different
question.
players though. They're a little different.
Or what about here's a wild card about the kid from UCLA, Latu.
Latu.
I mean, he had some injury concerns, but
that's a crazy story. When he was at Washington, like literally got medically disabled, wasn't even allowed to play football ever again. Goes to UCLA, cleared, becomes dominant, and now here we are wondering if he's going to be able. I mean, obviously there are teams that will not draft him for that reason, but he's going to be a first round pick. It's just a matter of when. Yeah.
See the name that's on the screen right now?
Carter's favorite, Wacko Flacco.
Wacko Flacco.
Oh, my boy. Let's go. Our backup quarterback.
That's right.
Shane Steichen is on the phone right now with someone. Chris Ballard is there.
That is a draft board right there.
You guys are going to ruin my pick for me? What are you talking about?
Do you not have NFL Network on? They're showing Shane Steichen talking on the phone. That's all they're showing.
No, I'm on
Carter. They just announced they're taking Ladd McConkey.
Yep.
They're not going to do that, but I like Ladd. I like Ladd.
Carter, while we're waiting, what are your thoughts on the loss of Gardner Minshew and Zach Moss?
Gardner Minshew and Zach Moss. I mean, it all comes down to if Richardson's going to stay healthy at the end of the day. He showed so much promise early on. So, yeah, you have to have a good backup quarterback, but Gardner is nothing. We were a playoff team last year with Gardner. Anthony Richardson's a step up. I don't know if you've noticed, we re-signed basically every person on the team from last year. We didn't bring anyone outside, which you can say that's good or bad.
Yeah.
But
there weren't a lot of losses and there weren't a lot of additions.
No. We brought a playoff team back, and hopefully in the draft we're better.
Well, I'm going to leave it to you. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock for pick 15 for the Colts. You become Chris Ballard.
I wouldn't be surprised if they trade back. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade back, actually.
Okay, well, I want you to tell me who they pick if they pick.
If they pick Terry and Arnold, Alabama.
All right. So we're going Terry and Arnold as the Colts fan prediction.
That seems like a cop-out, but
Reese, what do you feel about this pick?
I mean, I like the Terry and Arnold pick. I think that's a solid idea.
Would your ass be chapped if it was Quinion Mitchell from Toledo instead?
Not at all. I mean, actually, he's more of a Ballard guy. He tested better. His RAS score. Ballard's all about RAS.
Carter's mentioned RAS 5 times tonight now.
You guys don't know about RAS? You're going to do a draft show and
6.
don't know what RAS is? Come on. Relative
7.
athletic score? Like a test all their numbers? Come on.
Uh-oh. Carter, you're going to love this. Be prepared for this comment. It's about the path of Shawno, your best friend again. Cooper DeJean time.
Then 75-1 hits. I'd be about that. He's a cover 3. He could be a cover 3 corner, which Gus Bradley runs.
Did you actually bet this, Carter?
Corner. Yes, I did.
You have a DeJean bet? Okay. The pick is in. I hope to God it's not Cooper DeJean. That'd be awful, but maybe the Indianapolis area is really loving Iowa so much. They brought Caitlin Clark in. Now they're going to bring Cooper DeJean in. We're really boosting up white athletes in
Midwest. We're all corn-fed motherfuckers here.
Trying to really Des Moines West or Iowa City West or East, I guess, whatever the fuck it is. Jesus.
Man. Exciting. Hey, Texas, you're pretty quiet over there. What's Dallas want? What do you think? Audric Estime?
A coach? You want a head coach?
Head coach? Yeah.
He'd be real nice for you.
Audric Estime.
Yeah, right?
They would, Estime actually would be useful for him at least.
It would. I mean, they're actually talking to Zeke again. So there's rumblings out there that that's a possibility. I mean,
that's why I thought Estime would be an upgrade.
Yeah, brought in Royce Freeman a couple days ago. So that's just to get through the offseason, I think, just like they did with Ronald Jones last year. But I mean, consensus right now is offensive lineman, whether it be Graham Barton or Tyler Guyton, if Barton makes it that far. My hope is that they trade back, pick up at least that 4th round pick that they traded for Trey Lance. You know, because this is a deep draft that, you know, going from the 3rd to the 5th, it's a lot of picks between those 2 rounds for us.
I think it's a super deep draft with the COVID year and everything. Like, there's a lot of talent out there that maybe it's not all the top end talent, but I think like especially on the offensive line, you can find some dudes.
All right, Goodell is walking out right now. I'll announce it as soon as he does. The 15th pick of the first round, Indianapolis Colts. Carter has projected Terry and Arnold. We are about to find out any second who it's going to be.
It's a trade.
It is Laiatu Latu, edge from UCLA. We were just talking about him and how he was 4 years ago medically not cleared to play football ever again. Transferred from Washington to UCLA. Played very well there, and now he's heading to Indianapolis. So, Carter, we have the pick. What's your thoughts?
Absolutely didn't hear that on any mock draft, and I was sick of mock drafts today. I've seen 100 mock drafts. Didn't see mock Indy one time.
Bad news for Shano. First pick of the NFL draft for defense.
Missed that.
So it is not going to be Cooper DeJean, unfortunately. So Carter,
to me, as a Detroit fan, you know this. You can I think the best way to build a team now is between the trenches. If you go O-line, I think Indy feels pretty good about their O-line. The D-line, they love the interior, but the ends are kind of suspect. Ballard's put a lot of money on, or a lot of draft capital on the ends with Kwity Paye and Deo.
Awesome comment, Shano. I love it.
Deo, like they've put a lot of money. Ballard's building through the trenches, so this is a complete Ballard move. And if the medicals worked out, I'm sure they did their due diligence. And I mean, everyone thought he was the number one pass rusher before they started seeing some of the injury stuff. So,
yep,
I don't mind it. I think I would have rather. You know what? The pass catchers in this draft are so nice that I think we'll find someone in the second round that'll complement Pittman and Downs and Pierce.
Maybe my guy Keon Coleman will fall.
Dude, I love Coleman. He's been hated on so much in this draft process.
He's absolute fucking stud.
One of his bigger comps is Puka Nacua through the draft process. Like some of the stuff he did.
That seems odd because they don't play anything alike at all. But
no, like his number wise, neither one of them ran a good 40.
Are you giving me a Raz score here again? Is that where we're comparing?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For sure. I'm a Ballard guy.
Oh, yeah.
We got Seattle's up here next, right? So team needs their edge, offensive line, defensive line. They're going to need a quarterback here sooner than later. Cornerback. They lost Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, Will Dissly, Colby Parkinson. Lost a few guys there. They did add in Rayshon Jenkins, George Fant, and Jerome Baker. I'll be surprised if this isn't Terry and Arnold.
Who's the coach there? Mike McDonald now, Michigan guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think either Arnold or Mitchell right here.
I guess they could go Dallas Turner, but
yeah, I mean he's
all right. Here's my guess. Murphy.
I was going to say Brian Murphy too. That's between Murphy and Turner still being there. It's pretty crazy.
It's going to be Murphy, and I'm going to sign off on this pick.
That means he looked on Twitter and spoiled the pick.
It's because he's got a lot of
look at his face.
Dude, I would have got all these
That's a guilty face if I've ever seen
5 picks.
the poor man's JJ Watt over here in the corner.
Drake May at 2. Like, come on.
None of us said Drake May at 2. We didn't believe that.
Huh? Yeah,
None of
I
us
came
believe
on here
that.
saying that like a dumbass. Yeah.
Carter's got his RAS calculator out.
You did say that in the chat, but we didn't acknowledge it. That wasn't part of our beliefs.
I know. Hey, I was ready for anarchy right off the bat. Like I'm here for all the trades.
How many trades have we had? Just one?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
the
Only one?
just kinda
Minnesota?
Just the
slow.
Minnesota
up.
trade. That's it.
Very slow. Maybe the second half pops off. I don't know.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd actually be
right-
nice if Dallas Turner or Byron Murphy would hang on there for the Rams pick. That'd be huge.
Yeah, they could replace Donald.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where are the Rams at?
They're 4 picks
19.
away. It's Seattle, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Rams.
I could see them moving up for one of those two for sure. Like a spot or two if they had to.
I mean, Kobe
Yeah.
Turner had an absolute dominant year last year as a rookie. You can pair someone with him and go right back to what they were.
This is the Rams' first round pick
Yeah.
since when?
Like forever. It's been like
1985.
5 or 6 years.
Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll probably trade out. Be like, we don't do this.
I don't know what this is.
Their last first round pick was 2016 when they picked Goff.
Jesus.
Was it that long?
It's like 2,100 days or
years.
something. Something crazy.
Holy.
You know what, though?
Oh, did you see this quote
them
from
picks.
Kirk Cousins?
I say, fuck them picks because they won a
Fuck
Super
them
Bowl.
picks.
So,
Kirk
Is what it
Cousins
is.
just came out with a quote, completely shocked, never saw it coming with the Penix pick.
Kirk Cousins did?
Yeah, he just came. It just flashed on the McAfee thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like because I was really ready to watch Penix play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Pisses me off, actually.
He
It's like the worst team he could have went
seemed
to.
ready to go. Yeah, Cousins is definitely playing this whole year. Penix doesn't need to sit.
No, there's no
I
reason
can see
for it.
May sitting. I can see
No,
JJ
none of those.
sitting.
None of those top 3 guys are sitting.
No.
You don't think May would sit? Dude's
No.
21 years old and
Who they-
learned
Who's he going to
to-
sit behind?
Jacoby?
Oh, well, New England he's not. In New England he's not, but
Well, that's where he went.
if he would have, I'm saying he would have been better going to Atlanta though, like sitting behind Cousins. Penix it's not like a good fit to me. I would have rather had. To me, Penix is more ready than any of those top 2 guys, May or Daniels.
Yeah, I agree
Daniels
with that.
got to throw to the 2 of the best fucking receivers in the whole country. He had one of the best offensive coordinators, the best offensive line, and everyone's. I don't know what words I can say on this podcast. but
Not the R word.
Daniels is a bust. He's a bust.
All right, we
Saying
can
it
use that
now.
word.
That's
Come
okay.
back.
Let's keep your Riz
Bust.
under control.
I think bust is legal.
We're okay with
Yeah.
bust.
Yeah. I was going to say another one. Oh, Ballard's on McAfee right now. Might have to get off here.
Oh yeah. You know, on YouTube you can rewind.
Oh,
You can just go back and watch, and when you're done.
True.
And if you want to stick
I'm a
around,
boomer. I'm a little older than you now.
Jesus Christ.
mute yourself, listen to it, come back.
Yeah, he won't figure that out. We'll
Yeah.
hear the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm
Got
quite
some real
surprised that
shitty
there
picks here.
hasn't been-
Seattle and Jacksonville. Like, who gives a shit about these 2 picks? Like, hopefully something good happens here because I don't care about either one of these.
So Jacksonville's definitely a cornerback. Mitchell or Arnold. One of the 2.
Hopefully
Okay.
Mitchell.
That's been. Hopefully they just trade out and screw the whole thing up since they're in the
Well,
AFC South. But
Mitchell's more of a zone corner, so I'm fine with him getting taken by someone because I don't really want him. So
Yeah, Reese, I don't know what it would take for the Cowboys to move up here, but I mean, with Turner still on the board.
hold on, we got to go live again.
What?
It kicked us off.
we're not live.
We had a 2-hour limit. Did you not see that thing pop up, Reese?
No, it says live recording on my side still.
Hold on, let me go check
Yeah,
and see if
I'm
we're still there.
seeing
That thing
live
said
recording.
we weren't going to be there. Hold on.
Here, I'll pull it up on my.
Yeah, it's still on there. It's still there. I just pulled up YouTube on my phone really quick. We're good.
All right, cool. Well, that's good news because that thing said that we were not going to be live anymore. So. And we are still live on Twitter. So
yeah, we're live on YouTube. It does look like it maybe reset the connection or something because now the watch count has dropped quite a bit. But hopefully people.
It didn't on my end, but
it still says 70 something on this side. But when I look on actual YouTube, it says 2 people are watching. So I don't know.
No, most of them are on Twitter. There's 75 people on Twitter watching and 2 on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's why.
Oh, go Twitter. Go Twitter.
No, they're probably bots, but
I mean, right. Go X.
Dante Hall.
That's yes. Des Bryant. Thank you very much.
It was actually Dante Hall well before it was Des Bryant. All right. Roger Goodell making the pick number 16 for the Seattle Seahawks. It is maybe. Must be a struggling one.
Byron Murphy. I'd guess
it was
Terry
defensive tackle Byron Murphy from Texas.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Just going to put the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock at 17.
All right, I think I said Murphy to Seattle, D tackle, and I'm out of here. It's been fun, fellas.
We will see you at some point.
You got to fill in for me. Chug some beers or something, man. See what you can do.
I hope you're up on your RAS scores.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah, get on your beer RAS scores.
I'm sure at some point in the near future we will be starting a Notre Dame season preview. So I'm sure we'll be in contact.
I'm ready. Yep, we had a pretty good spring battle at quarterback, so we'll see what's going on.
I found out who's
Notre
watching
Dame
us
plays
on
Florida
YouTube.
State. Oh, there's Ike.
Ike is one of the 2.
Dig it.
Awesome.
All right, Carter, we appreciate
fellas.
you, man.
Have a good night. Thank you so much for having me on. It was fun.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk
Appreciate
to you later.
Yep, we'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Down to 3. You guys are approaching your guy. Oh, we have a trade. The Vikings have just came up.
Oh, really?
Vikings are up to 17. Carter leaves and we get a trade. And the pick is in. That was very fast.
This
probably have to assume coming up for maybe a corner.
Yeah, I mean,
or Dallas Turner's still there.
Turner's still there.
Just Turner or the corners would be.
Yeah, Terry and Arnold is also still there, and that's probably what I would. If I was coming up and I was them, that Terry and Arnold would be who I was coming to get. But
yeah, I never thought that he would be dropped this far down. 17th overall pick.
So they got the 23rd. Jacksonville got the 23rd overall pick, which was Minnesota's first. They got a 5th round pick, and then they got a 2025 3rd and 4th.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah, paid a little bit, but came up 6 spots.
I mean, to me, that says they're going for Terry and Arnold because, I mean, there were a lot of guys that had him as one of the top 10 players in the draft. For him to slide to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Their corners right now.
Goodell is already on the way to the podium.
Byron Murphy Jr., Cameron Byam, Harrison Smith, Evans. Yeah. So they are in desperate need for a cornerback.
All right. So with the 17th pick of the first round, Minnesota Vikings have traded up to select
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner, the edge from Alabama. So though I don't really like the J.J. McCarthy pick, I do like the coming up to get Dallas Turner. I think that's a solid move.
Yeah, I agree. Man, I never thought we'd be on the back half of this draft by 10 o'clock. I know things are going to start slowing down here the further we go into it, but So we got Cincinnati on the clock now. They had some pretty key losses there. Joe Mixon's gone. Jonah Williams, Awuzie. Obviously, it sounds like T. Higgins wants out. Tyler Boyd. Irv
Trey
Smith is
Hendrickson.
gone. Trey Hendrickson. DJ Reader. They added in Sheldon Rankin, Zach Moss, Mike Gesicki. But obviously a lot of needs there. Offensive tackles, one of them. Wide receiver, defensive line, tight end, cornerback, edge. What are we thinking here?
I mean, how long are they going to go before Arnold or Mitchell goes? I mean,
yeah, but I mean, if you look at the cornerback room, I mean, let's look at their depth chart.
Well, they added Stone and Bell to the secondary. I mean, they're mostly safeties, but
yeah, Cam Taylor, Britt, and DJ Turner. I mean, I can see him adding one, but and they have Trent Brown and Orlando Brown as their tackles. They don't have much in terms of a backup, but I mean, it makes a little bit more sense. So we got best available here.
Viking mascot. It's hilarious.
I mean, if the writing's on the wall in that wide receiver room, they're going to need somebody next to Chase.
You looking Brian Thomas? Or
Team out there, be all LSU guys.
What about something like Xavier Worthy? Add some speed. Like
I haven't seen too many that high of a grade on him though. I think he's more of a.
I think he's a. Yeah, I think he could be towards the tail end of the first round, but possibly early second.
But if that's who they want, then it's not going to come back to him by the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati, we did what was that? Our post Super Bowl show, and we predicted next year's Super Bowl. Cincinnati was actually my pick from the AFC to go with the Burrow coming back from health. Now I didn't know that Hendrickson and T. Higgins were both going to be requesting trades. That's a pretty large deal, but
yeah, it's kind of rough.
Will they actually be granted that is one thing. So we'll see what happens with that. But coming in, I don't know who I feel they're going to take here. I would say probably an O lineman or maybe even a defensive lineman. I would assume it's a trench player here, but especially maybe with the Hendrickson. If the Hendrick thing is serious, then maybe it is D-line. There's not really a lot. I get maybe a little Jared Verse. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Be really nice if Verse was still there when the Rams picked, and that's who they took. But I'd prefer him to go to the Lions. Well, it looks like we're going to commercial. Reese, got any more of these trivia questions to get us through these commercial breaks that last 8 hours?
You know I do, my friend. You know I do. Right. Who has the most return touchdowns in NFL history?
Devin Hester.
I got to see. Where's this? I don't know if you can hear it.
No, I can't hear the sounds anymore.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever. That was correct. So, you know, interestingly, 5 kickoff touchdowns, 14 punts, and 1 from a missed field goal. Which 2 NFL teams have existed since the founding year in 1920?
Jets and Chiefs.
That would be incorrect. Taxus, you want to take a stab? 2 NFL teams have existed since the founding year in 1920.
Giants and Niners.
Won the Packers
out here. No, that was a little surprising to me. The Chicago Bears and the really surprising one, the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
That's surprising. How many teams did the NFL have when it first started?
12.
That's what I was going to say. I'd say 12.
It's 10. When was the first NFL draft held? It is earlier than you think.
$68.
56.
1936.
Holy
I took
When
what
was-
I thought, went back, and
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like when I read that, I like double checked. I was like, "Is that right?" When was the first NFL championship broadcasted?
I'm sure they broadcasted before Super Bowl I, so I don't
yeah,
don't
because
know.
he did say Super Bowl. He said NFL.
Yeah, I said NFL. Yeah. 48.
52.
You guys are so close. So close. 1951. 1951. Which team had the most wins in the 1970s?
Steelers.
I was going to say Steelers too.
Texas? You need to go
He
look
said
in the mirror,
Steelers.
my friend.
Oh, it's Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
All right.
Which team had the most wins in the 80s and 90s?
Niners.
Texas.
Go Cowboys again. No. Oh.
It is the San Francisco 49ers. That is correct. Which team had the most wins in the 2000s?
Patriots.
Surprisingly not. It's too bad Carter's not here. It's the Indianapolis Colts.
I was just Colts, yeah.
Yeah. Just couldn't put it together in playoffs.
All right. Looks like we're back on here. I'll save. We've still got another.
Oh, yeah. Got tons of commercials, I'm sure, still.
Yeah. Might have to pull up some new questions. Worst case scenario, we can always go back to the college days and I'll pick a random Division II conference and you guys can.
That's too much. That one's difficult. You can't even guess on those.
You got the Manu in you too, man. So, oh yeah, I do have to give you a hint.
Yeah, say those require
those
hints.
were a little bit more difficult for me to.
Yeah.
So Reese, you didn't give it away over the over text the other day. So what are you really looking for with Cowboys pick? Up, back, stay, and pick?
I think we stay and pick. I mean, the way that things are falling back right now, there are still some really solid guys on the defensive side, and we also need offensive line. And we've got guys like Powers Johnson from Oregon's out there still. Guyton, solid guy. Quinyon Mitchell might fall down. That's somebody potentially look at. Mims is still out there. I'm okay with them sticking where they're at. Looks like we've got a Bengals pick coming in.
Bengals pick's coming in right now.
Well, Mims isn't around anymore.
What's he got? 8 starts?
That's surprising. He's huge. I mean, he's a massive dude. Yeah, 6'7" 3/4, 340.
And agile, yeah. He's
yeah, he only
can
had
put it together.
Yeah, that's the question mark is he's got 8 starts in 3 years at Georgia. So
yeah, but there's also world beaters in front of him that have all been drafted too. That's the thing. That's like a Bama player being 8 starts.
Right, it's fair.
The first thing it says massive.
Yeah. Joe Burrow will love that pick.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he doesn't have to start right away either. They have the Browns, Orlando and Trent.
Yeah, Orlando and Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's not playing an interior line position. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, can't throw over him.
No.
Finally got to a pick of interest for me. The Rams are now on the clock at 19. See if they stay put or trade out.
Oh, I forgot. One of the questions, who's the first defensive player selected? You picked Dallas Turner. That was incorrect. We also had him going to Atlanta, but I don't think anybody picked Steamin' Willie Beeman going to Atlanta.
That commercial was huge because it took all the Rams time off the clock. The Rams are down to 350, so we should get the Rams pick very soon also.
And that Bears team is going to be fun to watch next year. I know you don't like to hear that as a Lions fan. I'm not saying that they're going to compete for the division, but
I mean, they could with the offense. The defense is going to have to be better, but
yeah,
every offense in that division is good too. So
yeah, that's gonna be a fun division in general. Like it's just been a while since all 4 teams were competent.
yeah.
Yeah, so looking at Los Angeles here, obviously huge loss here in Aaron Donald, Carson Wentz, Jordan Fuller, Coleman Shelton, Jonah Williams, all losses. They did add in Jonah Jackson, offensive tackle, Darius Williams at cornerback, Colby Parkinson at tight end. Got Cameron Curl at safety, Tre'Davious White at cornerback, and they picked up Jimmy G to back up Stafford. Workman, what are you thinking here?
Like I said, my pick would be Jared Verse. I don't know if I don't know. Kind of seems too early for him, but I know he was mocked in this area to some time. But Verse would be ideal. I think they need to replace pressure on the D line. Not too. An offensive player doesn't really make sense here. I don't. This may be a guard, but
right now you guys only have 3 defensive ends on the roster. Desjuan Johnson, Bobby Brown the third, and Laurel Murkison.
Oh, Jesus God. Carter just dropped in a Raz from the chat.
Raz score.
From 1987 to 2024.
We're going to promote. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, they put that on the beach. It's on Hermosa Beach.
Right near the beach. Carter, we're going to promote you to being the himbo of the show. Just drop in some random knowledge with your Raz scores.
Well, we will know very soon the Rams pick.
Is in.
I just hope it's not Nate Wiggins. That's the only player I don't want them to pick.
Yeah, I didn't see him as much of a first round. I just think he's too slight for to be a first round talent.
I just don't. He went to Clemson. I'm anti all those players.
Like he's got the comeback speed, recovery speed, but was he 170?
Yeah, he's not great against the run.
Yeah, 173. He's not going to stick his neck in there, stick his head in there to stop a run.
Yeah, it's not our type of player. Well, not the Lions.
Yeah.
Really not for the Rams either. They play that same aggressive.
No, he'll do the Deion Sanders business decision. Just keep his head out of there.
Pretty excited for the Rams offense this year. That's why I think if they could get a defensive player here. I mean, the Rams offensive line last year was actually really good. So
yeah, and you guys have a great trio with Kup Nakua and Kyron Williams. Hopefully he can stay healthy all year next year. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to rebound from the.
They've got a million draft picks too. They have like 11 or something.
Yeah, they got 1 this round, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh.
And Goodell is making his way to the podium now for pick 19 for the Rams.
Chop Robinson.
That wouldn't be bad.
It would.
I'm not as high on him as Verse, but yeah.
Yeah.
Jared Verse.
Hell
there you
yeah.
go, man.
Yep.
It's awesome. I love it.
I mean, at this point,
He's not going to the Lions. It's not a better place to go.
Yeah, versatile player. He can move up and down the line. He's got solid handwork, good run stopper.
6'4", 254.
He's got a motor too. I mean, you can tell.
I mean,
Verse puts 100%.
He literally would push
down.
tackles into the quarterbacks. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they'll show the highlight here in a minute when they played Florida. Oh, here's one of them right here. Well, literally just pushes the tackles right into the quarterback all the time. He's ridiculous. There's the Florida one I was talking about. Yep.
Will Anderson from last year is the comp.
Yeah. Yeah, Jared's nasty. That's very happy he's on the Rams. All right, so you guys know who's available. We're 5 picks from Dallas now. With who's left, what do you guys want for your team?
Oh, God. I don't want to name them because they're all going to go away. I mean, we've got some solid names still available, man. Terrion Arnold, Faltanu, Quinion Mitchell, Brian Thomas Jr., Chop Robinson. Barton's obviously still there. That's somebody that's talked a lot about going to Dallas.
JPJ.
If they're going to go typical Dallas, they're going to pick whatever player is best available. So if we have a guy that slips that we weren't planning for, Jerry's going to pull the trigger. So we got some more RAS score. Here we go. Jared Verse is a defensive end prospect in the 2024 draft class. He scored a 9.6 on RAS out of a possible 10. This ranks 73 out of 1,798 defensive ends from 87 to 2020.
He's a beast.
And that is a Carter bomb.
Yeah. We got to be the only show on earth dropping RAS knowledge with every pick.
I guarantee you McAfee's not doing it.
No. Bill Belichick is not talking about RAS. I guarantee that.
Marcus Mosher does on Cowboys podcast. They talk about RAS score on there. So,
oh Lord!
All right, we're at commercial here, boys.
Yeah,
it's time for some trivia. In what year did helmets become required?
Awesome question.
43.
50.
Texas got it right. 1943.
Jesus Christ.
Insane. Which team has the most wins all time?
Steelers.
Cowboys.
It is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers.
They don't count.
No. How many different states have an NFL team?
$22.
Texas?
I'd have to do real counting, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
that's close as I'm
24.
getting.
Damn, you guys are just. It's 23. It's 23.
We did educated guesses there.
Yeah,
we weren't doing exact science there.
Yeah, that was pretty well. What 4 teams have been added to the NFL since 1976?
The Panthers.
Yep.
Jaguars.
Jags.
Yep.
Texans.
Yep.
And what's the last? Titans. No. Well, that was a move from Houston.
Yeah.
So it's not an ad.
The Colts?
You're close.
No, the Browns.
No.
Well, I mean,
they were re-added.
Added back. Yeah, they re-added.
Yeah, it's the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Duh.
Colts left and went to Indy, and then the Ravens were created after that. So, all right, we're back.
Give us one more before they announce the Steelers pick.
All right, one more here.
It's going to be
Fatanu. Which running back has the most rushing yards in a single game, and what is the yardage?
Well, before we answer that, we got a night 1 record for the NFL draft. 275,000 people in downtown Detroit to celebrate.
That is insane.
Just wait for the parade. Just wait for the parade when we win the damn thing. It's going to be insane. What was this record for yards in a game? Is that what you said?
Which running back rushed for the most yards in a single game, and what was the yardage?
Can you tell us what year it was? Is that on there? Is that an option?
I can tell you. Hang on 1 second. (2007). The team that they were playing was the San Diego Chargers. I'll give you another
Larry
hint.
Johnson.
I was about to say Larry Johnson.
The gentleman who did this was a rookie.
It's not Larry Johnson.
It's not Larry Johnson.
He wouldn't have been a rookie in 2007.
Is it Priest Holmes?
No. That would have been too late. Yeah.
Too late for Priest? Oh, yeah. Rookie is.
He had 3 touchdowns. He did it on 30 carries.
All right, just tell us what team he played for. We might get it from that.
Yeah, if I tell you the team, you're going to know it's the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, Adrian Peterson.
AP, yeah.
That's correct. All right.
Yeah.
Second part of that question was how many yards?
341.
279.
296.
Yeah, I feel this pick here with Steelers is probably going to be Fatanu, Washington. They can use some offensive line help.
Pick is in. Big Cam Hayward.
Or Terry and Arnold. One of the two.
Cam Hayward looks like Andre the Giant. This is one of those Goodell doing his 90-minute speech before the. Guessing he's talking about whatever Cam Hayward was. Cam Hayward NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year or something?
Yeah, he was.
What I thought.
Which now, unfortunately, I have to. One of the questions I had here was who's the Man of the Year award named after? So I got to X that one out.
That would have been easy. We would have got that one.
Cam Hayward is wearing a very, very long tie. It looks like.
Head takes up the whole TV.
Yeah.
This is the longest pick of all time. To not have sound on, it's brutal to watch this.
I know, right?
I need that Chappelle Show wrap it up button. Wrap it up, B.
Well, eventually we'll know who the Steelers picked.
Troy Faltanu.
Yep. I was hoping he'd stick around for the Cowboys, but I knew a couple of these teams need some offensive line help. So
we got Miami, Philly, Jacksonville, who traded that pick for Minnesota, and then Dallas. So Miami is on the clock. Let's take a look here. Miami lost quite a bit. Let's see. They added it. Let's talk about who they added in first. Jordan Brooks, linebacker, Aaron Brewer, Kendall Fuller, cornerback, Jonnu Smith, tight ends, and Jordan Poyer. Their losses are much bigger. Christian Wilkins, gone. Andrew Van Ginkel, gone. Raekwon Davis, gone. Xavier Howard, gone. Eli Apple, Deshaun Elliott, Emmanuel Ogba, and Justin Houston, all no longer Dolphins. That's a lot. Team needs offensive tackle in any of the interior linemen, really any offensive lineman at all they could benefit from. Edge rusher, defensive tackle, cornerback. Still have some really solid names up here. Terry and Arnold still there. Quinyon Mitchell. Cornerback's one of the lower end ones, but they did lose Xavier Howard, so could move that direction. Brian Thomas, is still out there. Edge rusher Chop Robinson's up there. They've got a couple solid linemen with Jackson Powers, Johnson, Graham Barton, Tyler Guyton. Who are you thinking here, Texas?
I'm thinking one of the two corners, either Arnold or Mitchell, to pair with Ramsey.
Yeah, I'm just surprised, man. These guys have fallen so
Yeah.
far. I really did not think Terry and Arnold was going to last through 22nd.
No, the thing is, I don't think it's a huge corner class either. So you think that some of these teams that need them might, jump on them early. But yeah, I'm looking there, or I mean, maybe a wide receiver.
The pick is in. Miami's not messing around. They already know what
That
they
was
want.
quick. Yeah. Oh man.
Back to commercials. So, we got Dallas coming up here.
Yeah.
I don't see a situation where they trade out of this pick.
You don't? I kind of do. I mean, there's a lot on the board that will allow them to go back, say, 4 spots, 3 spots, or whatever. Let me see what's behind them really quick here.
If they can trade back into the first round, okay, but
yeah, I'm looking like 28 Buffalo, possibly 29 with the Lions, 31 with the 49ers, or 32 with the Chiefs. Pick up a fourth or maybe even an extra third at that point. I mean, what I'm looking at is like you got Graham Barton, you got Chop Robinson, you got Newton still, defensive tackle from Illinois that they might like. Who else? Darius Robinson, I've heard. Tyler Guyton's still out there. You've got enough that if you trade back that many picks, you still can pick up somebody you coveted in the first round and add that draft capital. Especially with the number of needs that we need or number of needs that we have, I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. Especially something like 28 to Buffalo. I don't think they have a fourth though.
Buffalo, they
do. They got 2 fourths. They don't have a third.
Yeah, they've got one pick round 1, 1 pick round 2, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th.
Yeah, like I know that the Ravens aren't going to go anywhere. They never do. They just let a great player fall to them.
So, I mean, the only thing Dallas has to consider if we do end up going offensive line, you've got Green Bay is in need of offensive linemen. Tampa, it needs an offensive lineman. Arizona needs everything.
Yeah, they could jump, but I mean, Jacksonville's traded back once. They trade back again, pick up more picks.
Baltimore needs an offensive tackle. The Niners need an offensive. The Kansas City needs an offensive tackle. That's my only concern is if that's really what we're looking at here. Murphy for Miami.
Okay.
Wait,
what?
Murphy for Miami. Murphy went to Seattle.
Yeah. Carter.
I think you
I thought you were calling it out. I missed that Carter put that out there.
Miscalculated your RAS.
See what I'm thinking is that the way that
Faltanu is
Mm-hmm.
Carter, you're quickly slipping, bud. We were getting some nice RAS scores from you, and now we're getting some questionable comments here. Manischewitz is flowing in Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, because there's a possibility that the Cowboys do move Tyler Smith out to tackle, which I don't want. Like that's not what I prefer. He's a by far like one of the best left guards in the league. But there's a possibility they find their interior lineman, their center, and then we do have Tyler Bass, and he's a better right guard than left guard, but he can be a starting guard in the league. Put him in a guard, put Tyler Smith out at left tackle if we can get the center here. And there are some decent tackles even further down the list, like what's that BYU one? Suamatia?
Soaker.
Another soaker.
Who's from BYU?
Jordan Morgan from Arizona is one of the guys we can look at.
Yeah.
All right. Dolphins selection is in. Let's see where they go. Chop Robinson. And these cornerbacks slipping is crazy, man.
It's beautiful for a Lions fan. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
that's what. Honestly, we should trade up right here.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about while you were gone. What team?
Yeah, the mana was running a little low, so you know, Dad.
Yeah, I trust me. I'm sweating a little bit right now, but we'll get through it. Got 10 picks left.
So what do you guys?
It's super explosive. I think he's got a little bit of work to do on his footwork. And he's a little bit choppy. He's not super fluid. So yeah, I mean, I guess his name works out well, but he comes off a little robotic at times. But
that would have been an absolutely great player to play for Florida State. Guy named Chop. That would have been awesome. Imagine the electricity in Doak if he got a sack.
Yeah.
There'd be some extra chops.
Hell yeah. Who are the? Oh, that's Mike McDaniel.
All right, we have my least favorite franchise up.
Ugh.
I'd really like to see Dallas. Maybe Jacksonville. One of these teams need to give the Lions a little trade here, and we come up and grab Terry and Arnold. But it is looking really promising that Kool-Aid drops to us at this point, which I'll be very happy with Kool-Aid too. So,
really, I saw him more top mid of the second.
Nah, he'll go late first. He's a true man-to-man. Like, he plays exactly what we want. He'll play man-to-man press, and he'll come up and make a tackle. Like, that's exactly what we want. Oh, hold on. Carter's dropping in the chop.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Chop Robinson is a DE prospect in the 2024 draft class. He scored an unofficial 9.53 RAS out of a possible 10. This ranks 78 out of 1,637 defensive ends from 1987 to 2024.
What I want to know is why Carter left the show. Why didn't he just stay on and read all of these when they were picked? That's
because he wanted to listen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had to go listen to 74 broadcasts.
He was pissed he couldn't hear 3 TVs at once.
Jeez.
It's probably for the best because there's a sign on the screen right now that says Eagles Autism Foundation, and I'm pretty sure Carter should not be on a live channel show just in case he slides and says something.
So Jake, if you do trade up, like what would it be? Would it be your 5th? You guys don't have a 4th this year. I think a 3rd would be too rich to go this high or this little, you know.
No, I don't think they would give up a 3rd. It'd probably be a 5th and like a 3rd next year. I guess that'd be risky. I don't think I'd give up a 2nd next year, but maybe a 4th and 5th next year. Yeah.
If you have the 4th this year, that makes sense. But
well, we had to give that up in the trade for one of the guys we just got, DJ Reader, maybe one of the guys we just got for, a few weeks ago. I don't remember who it was.
Man, it'd be so great if Philly just didn't get the pick in. That'd be fine. I mean,
like the Vikings.
Yeah.
The only team I think ever that did that.
Pull the Minnesota.
Yeah. I just hope to God that Cooper DeJean is not drafted by the Lions. I'll be furious.
The pick is in.
We do seem to love Iowa players too.
We didn't talk about Philly, but they got aggressive in free agency. They did lose some.
Well,
really,
they also
really
lost the whole
solid
team
guys.
too. They had
Yeah,
like the most transactions of any team ever.
Jason Kelsey's obviously retired. Hassan Reddick's gone. Shaq Leonard, Kevin Byard, Bradley Roby, and DeAndre Swift all gone. They did add Kenny Pickett, Saquon Barkley, Paris Campbell, CJ GJ, Devin White, Bryce Huff, and another CJ Ozuma at tight end spot. So yeah, by far the most transactions.
Mm-hmm. I see possibly Powers Johnson if the medicals check out, or maybe Graham Barton. Yeah. Barton played center his freshman year at Duke, so there's tape of that.
They've got. I mean, they do.
My notes I had their number one need being cornerback. So
yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, so Terry and Arnold, Quinion Mitchell. I selfishly wish they would go Mitchell and not Arnold. As a Falcons fan, I still have no words for what happened. Falcons beat
this
Falcons.
guy has no name and quite a picture, but this is what we got from him.
That's Drew. He works with me.
Well, if the Falcons, they should have never taken Kirk Cousins if that was the plan. Like I don't understand that. Like, I truly will never. I don't understand that pick at all.
And I did read that it was a Rodgers situation where Kirk Cousins had no idea that was the move that they were going to make. But
I just don't get, like, improve your team. You just took a player you're not going to play for at minimum probably 2 years, if not more. Like, it sucks for Penix. It sucks for the whole situation sucks. I think, like, I don't know. I'm not happy with that whatsoever. I was really ready to watch Penix play in the NFL. Now I'm not.
I mean, what does that do for, like, the cap situation? Say after, I mean, I'd have to look it up, but, like, after this year, if, like, they do 1 year of Cousins, they just signed him to, like, what, fully guaranteed contract, right?
Yeah, I thought it was decent amount too.
Guarantees. I mean, you don't want to trade or cut him with a bunch of dead money. Mm-mm. So, what does that timeline look like?
4 year, $180 million.
Yeah, it's a complete clusterfuck there. And a new head coach too. Like why an awful situation. Eagles pick is in. Goodell's at the podium getting ready to announce who the Eagles have picked with number 22 of the first round.
Cousins does have a
Detroit Lions Lions fans do not give a shit about London and Germany fans.
Where did that come from? I don't know what.
Oh, I've got closed caption on so I can see what he's talking about.
Oh,
he's talking about NFL Global right now and how they're going to Brazil this year. And
no, we don't give one damn. You just tell us who the Eagles picked, Roger. Come on.
He's still fucking talking about it. No, he's still chatting. I'm reading on Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm not calling it X. The Falcons called Kirk Cousins when they were on the clock to let him know. Cousins understood a QB may be considered, but did not believe a successor would be taken in the first round, and he's a bit stunned. And another tweet says, a source tells me Kirk Cousins is just as shocked and disappointed. They never said anything to him or his reps about a QB in the first round, despite suggesting they would.
Jordan Mailata is now picking from Australia. Jesus Christ. Let's get the pick, for God's sake.
Beautiful. They didn't take Terrion Arnold. Thank you, Phil.
Oh, yes. That's the one corner I was hoping would go. Yeah, that's great news for everyone. Yes. Little action in the first round.
I do love me some action, but. All right, Jacksonville.
Oh, man, here we go. Getting close. I'm ready.
This is the longest I've ever waited for a Lions draft pick in my life.
Get used to it.
Yeah. I mean, this
serious.
might be
get used to it. It's going to be this way for a while, bro. Jacksonville Jaguars, despite a really strong start to the season, they finished the season 9-8. Looks like they've got several needs here: cornerback, wide receiver, edge, O-line, D-line, safety. They did add Eric Armstead, Gabe Davis, Darnell Savage. and Mitch Morse. What's
Brian Thomas Jr.
That's what you're selecting here?
Yep.
They lost Calvin Ridley, Rayshon Jenkins, and Darius Williams.
I think the loss of Ridley really is going to show.
So let's do some projection game here. Jacksonville, let's throw Thomas there. Dallas, who you guys throw to Dallas?
The more we talked about it, the more I think there's a possibility of a trade.
All right.
I might talk him into that.
So Green Bay, tons of talk at Green Bay with Cooper DeJean in the mock drafts. Clearly, those have been shown to be absolutely worthless as fuck, minus the top 3 picks.
Yep.
Tampa's interesting. So is Arizona. If Thomas is still there for Arizona, I would honestly take him and just pair him with Marvin Harrison Jr. and immediately replace Rondell Moore and Hollywood Brown. And you actually have somewhat of they're better than both of those guys already at this point. Rondell Moore is just a speed. Actually, they're both just little small speedsters.
Yeah.
Now, I do think Hollywood Brown is going to have great success with the Chiefs, though, because Andy Reid's a genius and those type of players can flourish in that offense. But anywhere else, I'm not that fond of them. So I do think Thomas and Marvin Harrison Jr. filling in for those two would be absolutely huge for Arizona. But
Jacksonville's
got
pick
a few
is
more
in.
picks. But.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a wide receiver or anybody that Arizona covets, they've got 3 thirds. So I don't think it'd be apt to think that they would trade one of those to move up to, say, the Cowboys spot. I would gladly move back to Arizona spot and pick up a third, or even like I said earlier, the 4th that we lost for or that we traded away for Trey Lance. So
God,
anything to get another pick in that
MCDC head in the background is awesome.
It is absolutely fucking awesome. But I wish the Lions would truly I feel like this is like the move. I feel like we're very few players away, and we do need a legitimate corner. And with them being available, like I wish we would just trade up right here.
Well, Jacksonville's already said that the pick is in, so if they're trading up, it's going to be with Dallas.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Dallas would take. Like I said, there's still 2. I'm fine with Kool-Aid and I'm fine with Terry and Arnold. So as long as one of those 2 is there, then I'm fine. I don't want Nate Wiggins, as mentioned before, but
would you take Rakeshaw over Wiggins?
In the second, I would trade back if we could trade back and get like an early second or something like that. Then yeah, but oh wait, you said Rakeshaw over Wiggins. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
At any point in the draft, I would take that. Yes.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Missouri last year. Missouri was a sneaky good team, and he's solid, hell of a player.
Yeah, I had Rakeshaw over Wiggins already, so
yeah.
Yeah, Reese, what I actually might even like, because there's people that are in the center with Zach Frazier. He's been talked about in Cowboy circles as well. Do a small trade down, say to Arizona. Do another trade down to say Carolina at the top of the second, and pick up 2 mid-round picks, 3rd, 4th, maybe something like that. That'd be beautiful for me.
Can I throw out my Cowboys projection as someone who doesn't care about who they pick?
Right. Is it a serious projection or is it a wise ass projection?
No, it's actually serious, and I have them staying at 24, and they take Jackson Powers Johnson, the guard from Oregon.
Yeah, that's something that's been talked about quite a bit. But if that's the case, like I don't know, the Jaguars owner is hilarious. I'm gonna grow that mustache. It's a fine Key West butt tickler he's got there.
His son there that runs AEW got attacked last night. That's why he's wearing that neck brace like a buffoon.
But no, back to the conversation about Jackson Powers Johnson. If that's the play, I don't know that there's that much talent difference between him and Zach Frazier if that's what we're picking as a center. So if that's the case, then let's trade back. Because I think both those guys are potentially going to be there with the amount of guys that are still left.
Graham Barton's still there too, though. So there's a lot of really good guards that are there.
Well, like I said, they're talking about Barton as a center.
Here comes Jacksonville's pick.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, he could be both. It just depends where they actually play him.
Well,
Ryan
with
Thomas
us having,
Jr.
Okay, so Thomas is gone.
All right, Dallas is officially on the board now.
I think our mock draft, just picking as we watch, has been better than most mock drafts I've read. That's for real. Minus 1, 2, and 3. Like 4.33 speed. God damn. Didn't show it against the Florida State defense, though, unfortunately.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Got a lot of mana going. Jesus.
A lot of mana.
Whew.
Oh, man. All right.
Cowboys
Axis?
officially on the clock.
I'm ready for this.
We picking or trading?
I mean, I am like 90-10 trade in my head right now. I mean,
let's run through what happened to us in the offseason. We added Eric Kendricks and Royce Freeman.
And that's it.
And that is it.
Yep.
We lost Tony Pollard, Michael Gallup, Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler Jr., Neville Gallimore, Jonathan Hankins, Leighton Vander Esch, Stephon Gilmore, and J-Ron Kearse.
I'm only upset about half of that, but
I was going to say, not a lot of those guys are that relevant. That's.
I mean,
A lot
Dante
of those
Fowler
guys
was a great
played,
rotational.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dorrance Armstrong, he's
Dorrance-
a starting D end on other teams, and
Yeah.
he was graded the top special teams player last season.
Yeah. I'm not upset about Pollard. I was done with Pollard early in the season last year.
He was the I forget the metric, but after the week 11 or 12, he was the top rated running back in the league after week 11 or 12 from I don't remember what metric that was. But anyways, because of the injury, it took him a while to get back, but once he did, he was actually one of the better running backs in the league, but it did take half a season.
That's why I was so pissed off that we didn't retain Gallup. I'm a big Michael Gallup fan, and I don't think we ever gave him an opportunity to fully recover.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys take a year before they get back to where they were, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting wide receiver core for Lawrence. Brian Thomas, Gabe Davis, Christian
Really
Kirk,
good.
Evan Ingram.
Yeah. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Offensive head coach, too, so. Oh, there's your boys. There's your
most depressing draft room, and then
McCarthy didn't even look like he knew where he was at.
No.
Is that a Jerry Jones head crossed out?
Yes, it is.
By that lady in the second row? That's hilarious at the Cowboys watch party.
That's not a lady, I don't think, but
that looks like a lady.
He had long hair.
He's wearing a hat.
I think it was a lady.
I am legit like 20 seconds behind you guys on this Hulu live feed.
All right, well, when you see it, give us a thought on if you thought that was a lady or not holding that sign.
No,
looks like a lady.
He was a hippie brethren, man. He was just a long-haired hippie.
Yeah, it's a long-haired dude.
I'm also looking at the TV from an angle that I can barely see, so it's, as we could tell by the T-shirts earlier.
All right, let's go back to some trivia.
Oh, hell. Here we go.
Which NFL team has the record for the longest winning streak?
Patriots.
Texas?
Chiefs.
The Colts. 23-game winning streak between 2008 and 2009.
Hey, look at this. Look at this comment.
A lady.
Look at this comment.
I say it was a lady. Coming from a Falcons fan. All right. What team has the longest losing streak?
Browns or Lions?
It's not your Lions, Workman. I was going to give you that one.
Tampa Bay.
That's a good guess.
Is that okay? Workman, what's your guess?
I said Browns.
Browns. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's a good
26 games straight. 1976, 1977.
That was the creamsicle Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
What 4 teams have never been to a Super Bowl?
Lions.
I knew that was the rapid fire.
Jaguars.
Yep, that's 2.
Panthers have been.
Yeah, they were with Riverboat Ron. Texans
and Titans. No, Titans have been. Texans
is the one. All right, you got one more. You got 3 out of 3 so far.
Did the Browns ever go? I can't even remember.
It is the Browns. That is the 4th one. The Lions, the Texans, the Jags, and the Browns. What team has never led in a Super Bowl despite appearing in 4 of them?
Buffalo.
Workman?
It's probably a solid answer. Buffalo.
It is the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wow. Because I know that the Cowboys beat down Buffalo quite a few times.
Oh, speaking of the Cowboys, the pick is in, so we did not
Alrighty.
trade.
We did not trade. So, Graham Barton is my... Oh, man.
I'm going to jump out the window if it's Junior Colson, just so everybody knows.
Okay. If it's Junior Colson, come on.
We did get Mozzie Smith last year.
Yeah. The thing about defense, they
Oh,
took
yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh, trade.
The Lions have traded up.
There you go. All right.
Yes. It's exactly what we wanted. And it better be fucking Terry and Arnold.
Scared
what
the
do we-
absolute hell out of me.
Hell yeah.
The mana is officially
What-
flowing, my friends.
What did we get? What did we get?
They have
Hopefully a bag of chips. Fucking who
Come
gives
on,
a shit?
Give us that 3. Give us that 3.
Oh, yes. Excited to see what this result is.
it's got to
This
be
is
Terry
like
and Arnold.
this is like perfect for this podcast. Like
has
It really is.
Yeah, it has to be Terry and Arnold too.
there's no way it's not. Come on, tell me you gave us a 3.
Yep. 29-3. And we got your 7th next year.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That
well, we're
extra
fine with
3
that, too.
It's great.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Look at MCDC.
Hell yeah,
Nuts
brother.
are still touching the carpet.
Welcome to the team, brother.
Hey, I thought that was going to be steep, but I'm glad you guys paid it.
Sheila's like, give me the phone, MCDC, damn it. Let me talk to this guy.
Let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk to her now, man.
Oh, hell. Look at Detroit. Detroit's on fire right now. Look at the crowd. Hell yeah.
See, this is the only downside to doing the podcast during this is I can only imagine that city erupted when I'm gonna have to watch it tomorrow.
I mean, they're erupting just in silence. I can. Like, this guy's dancing.
Yeah, this guy's dancing. Yeah.
What you guys got to do is just get another headphone for the TV
I know.
audio.
Yeah.
Actually, do I have a note? Wrong note.
If the damn pick is in, just announce it.
Hey, that's trade number 2. You guys are getting close. I mean, now if everybody
Yeah.
else trades,
Ooh, there's not enough in the draft left for us to hit it. There's not.
No.
yeah, there's 8 picks left.
Every
There's 2
pick.
trades. Every pick would have to be a trade.
Just announce the pick. And tell us that it's who we wanted. It better be. Look at this. We got drones lighting up the sky with the Lions logo.
Cooper DeJean, here we go.
Oh, Christ. The
I
podcast
haven't
will
seen it.
end.
I'm behind
Leaving.
you.
You guys
I'm
can
behind
finish
you.
it out if it's Cooper DeJean.
Carter, we know you're like 45 seconds ahead of us, buddy. So if you know the answer,
He's got the Raz score for the trade and everything
drop
already.
the Raz. We need to know the Raz.
It's got to be a corner.
You should get 4 minutes to make your pick.
I know, right?
Speed the
I
shit
mean,
up.
there's a lot of phone calls.
Well, see, I'm getting it again. Do you see this? It says live broadcast will end in.
I don't see
5,
it.
4, 3. Well, yeah, you don't see it,
Oh, yeah, you guys are.
but then it keeps going.
Yeah, I don't. Why it does that?
I don't know. We're still live, so
The good thing is with this, though the pick is in, we're already like 5 minutes into the next pick too, so it'll come quick. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the whole fucking. What is this?
Terrion Arnold was Daniel Jeremiah's number 9 overall, and you're sitting here at 24.
I mean, he's a stud. Yeah. That's,
like, how do you not at this point?
who the hell is this number 9 kid? Good Christ! I hope we're drafting him. Fuck.
Very good.
The Dragon number 3 is pretty large, also. Gryffindors have a team. All right, Roger. Who's coming to the D?
So many people.
Flag Football League.
Yeah, I thought the Cowboys were considered the D when it comes to football, by the way.
No.
I'm rooting for Team Cheat Code over here on the right.
Seriously. He's probably in like 7th grade.
Just give me the pick, for God's sake. What just popped up in front? Is that a camera? What?
They should have put like the beaker head on it.
Kelly Kapowski's announcing the pick. Ellie Fagley. Vajili. I don't know what her name is. She's Michigan Girls High School flag football player.
It's Italian.
Fragile.
Come on, Ellie. Tell us what we want. It's Terrion Arnold. Yes.
Yes, there it is.
Hell yeah. What a
About
great
time,
draft
but
for the people of
that-
Detroit.
Congratulations on that
I expect
Hell
zero
yes.
shit talking on the Cowboys for the rest of the year because we just handed that to you.
Hey, we'll take it. That is exactly
Hey.
what we needed. That
one.
is
When CeeDee
huge.
Lamb's torching him for 150 in the playoffs, I'm fine.
That won't happen. We play in the regular season again next year too. Maybe we won't get screwed this year, but
Don't try to be cute then.
yeah.
Beat us straight up.
He's got the mono
yeah.
flow, man. Don't start fights. Carter,
That guy's going to get the loudest applause of his life here in a second.
still upright. We need the RAS score on Terry and Arnold.
Yeah, Jacob, go ahead and mute yourself and listen. Listen to that.
I know. I wish I was hearing it. I'll watch it later, but that crowd's about to go absolutely insane when he comes out, which is right now.
Yeah, unlike Carter, I know you can actually accomplish that task.
Here you go.
Love
I have
you-
no
love
idea
you,
if this is
Carter.
going to work, but
Yep, that worked.
I actually heard that. I don't know why I started hearing it, but welcome to Detroit, Terry and Arnold. You are exactly what we needed. That is huge.
Dynamite drop-in money. That broadcast school has really paid off.
That's right.
I really hate that I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear him still?
No, I can't hear
Nah,
shit.
yeah.
I couldn't hear him for a while, and then I started hearing him again. Very happy
great.
with the Brad Holmes, Sheila Ford, MCDC era in Detroit. It's been spectacular so far. Who the hell's up next? Oh, Green Bay. Fuck them.
Mhm.
They can take Cooper to Gene and be happy with his dumb ass.
Now, I do think this is probably Graham Barden or Tyler Guyton. They have very, very similar needs to the Cowboys this season.
Pick is in. Let's see here. Added in Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney, and Greg Joseph. Lost Aaron Jones, David Bakhtiari, Darnell Savage, Jonathan Owens, Devondre Campbell, Josiah DeGaura, and John Runyon.
Yeah, he just took the microphone from her. They he said, "Give me that shit."
This is my microphone
yeah.
now.
I mean, those are his people now. They
I mean, how excited would you be if you're Terry and Arnold being a top
yeah.
10
Yeah.
projection and then landing with a team like the Lions?
in their city. Well, the draft is going on. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't have asked for a better fit. That is perfect.
Mm-hmm. And you were really ready to settle for Kool-Aid.
I would have been fine with Kool-Aid. I still think whoever gets Kool-Aid is fine. Kool-Aid's awesome. They're both very good. He'll still get drafted in the first round. It wouldn't. Buffalo lost a lot of secondary guys.
Buffalo lost everything.
Yeah, they really
Buffalo
did.
lost two wide receivers too.
Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, Leonard Floyd, Shaq Lawson, Linville Joseph, Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White, all gone.
Yeah.
They added in Matt Collins and Curtis Samuel. Like, I'm about to go get drunk with Eminem, man.
Oh, it's even more than drunk.
Everyone's leaving now.
He's like,
there's a Joey Harrington jersey. Hell yeah, way to represent.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a Harrington jersey.
I just saw one. Hell yeah.
There's still some Maddie ones out there. He's got great closing speed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's the man-to-man press physical. That's what we want. Like that's, and he'll come up and tackle just like Kool-Aid. Him and Kool-Aid are very similar. That's why I wouldn't have mind Kool-Aid either. I just hope the Packers don't take Kool-Aid. That would actually suck. Still fine with them taking fucking Cooper DeJean.
Cornerback, O-line, safety, D-line, linebacker.
For the Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Aaron Jones going from Green Bay over to Minnesota? I mean, he's staying in the division, but
yeah, no, I don't know. He's all right, but
he's a Cowboy killer. Both times he's played us, he's embarrassed us in the playoffs. Or not playoffs last year, but regular season the year before.
Well, it looked like Dylan was gonna. I mean, Dylan was gone, and they re-signed him too. So they actually luckily brought him back. But
and you said Jacobs was there too.
Jacobs is the big signing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Packers pick number 25.
Jordan Morgan,
tackle from Arizona. So he was a guy we mentioned a few times in our projections when me and you were doing them.
Yep.
David Bakhtiari replacement, even though Bakhtiari hasn't played in like 2 years. But Arizona was a very, very good team last year. In the college podcast, we had quite a bit of talk about Arizona and how they were from like week 4 on, probably the best team in college football that no one knew.
Reese, you happy about that trade down now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so far it hasn't made a difference, right? Because none of the players that have been taken so far. I mean, Jordan Morgan.
He would have been an option if others were off the board.
But we still Barton's still there, Guyton's still there, Tampa Bay's up, but to that point, like we talked about earlier, a lot of these teams could use offensive line help. So Tampa, Arizona, Buffalo, all three of those.
I think Buffalo will go corner.
I think Buffalo might go with somebody like Xavier Legette.
We got Tampa's up next here. They
Pick his
lost Shaq Barrett, Devin White, William Golston, Carlton Davis, Ryan Neal, and Ryan Jensen. They added Randy Gregory, who's become quite the journeyman. Bryce Hall, Jordan Whitehead, Tavier Thomas.
Yeah, this one will be an interesting pick. We might see the Jackson Powers Johnson here, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
Or I guess maybe Barton also.
Yeah.
Wiggins could be an option. They do need a cornerback.
Yeah, Wiggins, Kool-Aid, DeJean, any of those guys. You want to throw out a little trivia for the break here? You got any more?
Oh, you know I do. Actually, I don't have a couple, but who leads tight ends in career receiving yards?
Gonzalez.
Gronk.
It is Gonzalez. Let's see. Who was the first African American head coach to win a Super Bowl?
Dungy.
That is correct. Let's see here. Which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees?
Steelers.
Texas?
49ers.
It is the Chicago Bears. Who is the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl?
Mahomes.
I can't even. Yeah, I'll just say Mahomes as well because that seems.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Hmm.
He was 23.
Sheesh.
First player in NFL history to throw for over 5,000 yards in a season.
Peyton.
Phillip Rivers.
Dan Marino.
Well, what were we thinking?
Which NFL team has lost the most Super Bowls?
Bills.
Yeah, that's right. Damn Bills.
The Denver Broncos.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Who was the first unanimous MVP in NFL history?
Adrian Peterson.
Roger Staubach.
Lamar Jackson.
Hmm.
Pretty crazy it took that long.
Yeah.
What year was the AFL NFL merger completed?
73.
68.
You guys keep hovering around the right area. 1970. Let's hear. I got one more for you. First player to rush for 100 touchdowns.
Al Bundy.
Solid.
100 touchdowns.
Bo Jackson. He probably didn't play long enough for that.
He did not.
Sean Alexander.
That's a good guess. LT.
The answer is LT.
Mike Evans re-signed, right?
Yes.
The Bucks? Okay. Well, there it is. I like I said, I'm about 20 seconds behind you guys. It just came up right after I said that. 2-year, $41
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it came out two-year, $41 million.
Jesus.
I was afraid he was going to leave.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to let him leave.
I don't know how. Like, all he does is produce.
I mean, people got kind of screwed on Johnny Manziel because of Mike Evans. They thought Manziel was good, and Evans was the true gem of that offense.
I mean, Menzel, if he would have focused on football, I think could have actually had a career, but that wasn't the case.
I think he was the prototypical good college quarterback. Like, I don't think he ever could have been a good NFL quarterback.
Like the Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even Tim Tebow to an extent.
Nah, I don't know.
You can't say that with Tim Tebow listening.
Tebow couldn't throw the ball enough. Yeah, that's
Tim Tebow. Yeah, it's not a quarterback.
It's like a wildcat on every play.
Bucks picking number 26 in the first round. Graham Barton.
Graham Barton.
Dang, I was hoping you'd hang on. Your 12-12 isn't looking too bad right now.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, actually. Cardinals picking again. Like I said, Marvin Harrison Jr. was already picked by them. Earlier we did talk about them.
Throw a dart.
Right. Yeah, say Brian Thomas is not there anymore, so I don't really think there's a receiver left that I would take right now. I guess you could go corner, D-line. Jerzon Newton's still there. Darius Robinson from Missouri still there. Cooper DeJean's still there. So those are probably where I would lean here, D-line or corner.
I like Robinson myself. Darius Robinson.
Yeah. I love that the Missouri team last year. I mean, they're going to be really good again this year too, but I loved watching that team last year. Everything about them was just awesome. I don't know why there was just a lacrosse highlight on the team. Did Graham Barton play lacrosse? I guess I don't.
Yep, he lettered in lacrosse at Ravenwood High School.
Ravenwood? That sounds like a TV show. High school
in Tennessee.
One step away from being Mr. Water Polo.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna drop some news on here on the podcast since we have some time. Did you guys see Mr. Water Polo has entered the transfer portal?
No, really?
Oh, hold on. Fucking Goodell's already up here. Cardinals rushed up with number 27 of the first round. 12-12 is now looking not so good. See who the Cardinals have taken. Their second pick of the first round. Darius Robinson, we just talked about him, edge from Missouri. Bills now going on the clock. Talked about how they lost 85 million people. Their biggest needs were wide receiver and edge and D-line, and there's not really a lot of those guys left.
No, I mean, those boys.
Maybe this is where we start seeing like a Donnie Mitchell, maybe. Or Xavier Worthy. Guys like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keon Coleman could go here.
Yeah, Keon Coleman could still be. What'd you say, Texas?
I'm still on Xavier Legette for this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's another guy that could be a late first-round pick, yeah.
Troy Franklin's another guy that could end up going.
Yeah, I saw Franklin a lot in mocks, and he's the one that actually surprised me out of all of them. But like, I don't understand Franklin being ahead of Keon Coleman, and I saw that a lot. But I don't know. It is what it is with what people say. But I'm taking Keon Coleman over Troy Franklin any day of the week. But
what about Parasol?
I'm not taking him ever. He went to Florida. No, I have bias.
Yeah.
You're not figured this out yet.
I do like Parasol though.
Any player from Clemson or Florida is never going to get selected.
Or Miami.
I'm
taking any of them.
So Reese and I were talking after the Cowboys did nothing in the offseason about our secondary teams, if you will. So Reese, you were the Lions a little bit, right?
Yeah. I typically root for the Lions unless they're playing the Cowboys, but that's been my secondary team since middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to root for the San Diego Chargers before they left for LA. So I mean, I like the Chargers, but I don't consider. I mean, if I had to pick a secondary team, it'd be Detroit.
Yeah, I'll go with either the Bengals or the Bills. Bengals hometown, and then Bills. I actually know the defensive coordinator's father, who used to be their linebacker coach. So he's a client of mine. So it's one of those. It's like I have a direct connection there. You know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
To see. So I hope they go defense here. Just maybe the Cooper DeJean route.
Well, I had pretty much my dream draft. The Rams got a Florida State guy that I love, and the Lions got the player I wanted. So that was about the first round, the best first round I could have possibly asked for.
After the best season you've seen in your lifetime. I mean,
yeah.
Cloud 9, right?
Wait, the Chiefs are on the clock. We've got to trade.
Oh, all righty. See,
did I just fall asleep for 20 minutes and wake back up? What?
We're up to 3 trades. I don't think we can make it.
No,
Can't make it 10 now.
I'm kind of confused though because it still shows Cardinals selection on the screen, but the big board on the stage showed Chiefs.
Yeah, the board,
the graphics haven't met
the
up.
graphics on
there it is.
The TV
it just switched.
Delayed a lot tonight.
So Reese, what do the Chiefs need? What are they looking like?
Receiver.
Yeah,
I don't know who they're going to want.
Receiver, offensive tackle, cornerback, D line, edge. Travis Kelce's got a couple years left in him, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a tight end to come in.
There's no tight end to pick right now,
There's
though.
no tight end until late.
I'm going to Donnie Mitchell.
Rakeshaw could be a pick here. Troy Franklin, he's got a lot of speed. I think he fits well with that offense.
I was going to go Xavier Worthy. Get
Xavier
that
Worthy's
Tyreek Hill
one.
type.
Yeah.
Get that Tyreek Hill type player.
Yep.
Yeah,
run a 9 route. That's all you need to do. He'll get you the ball.
But see, the thing is, they have Hollywood now, though, so they almost don't.
True.
They almost don't need that. That's
true. And I mean, I don't think they had to trade up to get Worthy either.
I think they were playing it safe though, because who was it? So the Bills were potential receiver team. Cowboys probably weren't potential receiver team. Ravens.
What I think is
they really shouldn't be a receiver team. So yeah, they really probably didn't need to come up that far for it, but maybe they just wanted to play it safe. Who knows?
Well, I mean, it could be a tackle. It could be a lineman because Dallas is picking next.
Well,
so if they're jumping over Dallas,
if it's a tackle, then it's the BYU guy.
That's what I'm. It could be Guyton. It could be Tyler Guyton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably be Tyler Guyton
or Jackson Powers Johnson.
I don't think they need. I think their guards are good though. Or the interior. I mean, I guess they might need one, but.
Yeah, they've got Wanya Morris, Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Jawan Taylor. I mean, they are super light on depth at line.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Tyler Guyton on this one.
Whose pick? That was the Cardinals pick, right?
That was Buffalo. Which is kind of weird because like those are the two teams in the AFC that kind of end up battling out every year, and depending on the compensation, why would you trade with Kansas City if you're Buffalo?
Who did the Cardinals pick?
Cardinals picked Darius Robinson from Missouri.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the Robinson pick. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what was throwing me off on the screen because on the screen it still showed the Cardinals. That's why I was.
Yeah, you can't. That's what I'm saying. The screen's been delayed all night.
Jesus. All right, so we're going Chiefs and Cowboys.
I'm looking at ESPN right now. Cooper DeJean's Matt Miller's pro comp is L'Jarius Sneed, who is no longer with Kansas City. So Reese, coming up with the Cowboys next, you trading back one more time to say Carolina or New England if they want to come up?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
I know, right? Like, I'm still
Cowboys are gonna
okay
having a first round pick.
That's honestly, I'm fine with that. All they do with the 5th-year option is delay getting stuff done. They don't use it correctly.
Yeah.
They just use it as a reason not to at this point. So I don't care about that 5th-year option. So I mean, there's still enough on the board that I could see that happening and picking up at least another like 4th or something.
I just hope the Cowboys don't take Keon Coleman. That's all I'm hoping. Or Braden Fisk. Anyone else, they're fine.
Braden Fisk is great. I think he'd be more likely than Keon, but
So, Reese, which player that's been talked about in the Cowboys mock draft so far would you like be super upset? Throw your mic, take the headphones off. For me, probably like Edgerrin Cooper.
yeah,
Something
Cooper
like
DeJean.
that.
at this point,
They really haven't talked about Cooper much.
I already told you Junior Colson I would jump out the window.
Oh yeah, I think they take Edgerrin Cooper over Junior Colson.
You would think.
I am so tired of Michigan players. Just don't give me a Michigan player. One, me and you are Ohio State fans of that. But then you talk about Taco and you talk about what happened with Mozzie and Schoonmaker. Like so far, Michigan players have not worked out in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another 85-minute pick because there's some kid holding the cards. It's gonna be forever before he gets to make the announcement.
Just pushing you closer and closer to 12-12, man. You need this.
What time are we at? 11:30. We might get close to 12:12.
If everybody takes that's 40
Dallas's
minutes.
pick is probably pretty much in at this point because the clock has got to be down to like 3 minutes for them already. So
Unless they're trading out, and then it starts over.
that kid's hand is shaking so bad. He's so nervous.
Ooh,
Holding the card.
I would be too.
I'm surprised he could still be nervous. Like he's probably been waiting there for 5 hours at this point. Like, I guess he did get rushed to the stage if he was supposed to pick the Chiefs pick because he was probably still expecting to wait another 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Justin doesn't even get a last name. Justin,
he's
make a wish.
Make a wish kid. So,
well, we knew that. That's what they always do. They do it once a year. Who we got, Justin, for the Chiefs? It is Xavier Worthy from Texas.
Yeah, I said that.
Yep.
Try to find a replacement for Tyreek.
4-2-1.
Extreme speed.
Just what that offense needs.
Did that say 5'11", 165?
Oh yeah, he's not big.
He's
There's
small.
a reason he could run 4.2s.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean Hill's 5'10", 191.
Chiefs are going to win another Super Bowl.
Yep.
Is that Paul Rudd?
He is a big Chiefs fan, so it could have been. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The trade was Buffalo got the Chiefs first, the Chiefs third, and the Chiefs seventh. The Chiefs got Buffalo's first, fourth, and seventh.
That's not bad. I mean, so they're just pick swapping in the seventh and then a fourth for a third?
Essentially, yep. And swapping the first, yeah.
Yeah. All right, pick is in for the Cowboys. All right.
Tyler Guyton.
I could see Suamatia here. I don't know. But it's probably Guyton, unfortunately. I mean, I like him, but
I don't think that's unfortunate. I mean,
6'8", 322, and big dude, but
yeah, replacing a big dude.
I'm replacing a very big dude. Oh, I wonder if he has to have elbow pads, if they'll have to use knee braces for that.
Might as well just put them on.
That's what Tyron did. They didn't have elbow braces big enough, so they used knee braces over his arms. So yeah, apparently Guyton was a former tight end, so we could use him in the Penny Sewell type.
I have a feeling McCarthy's going to try anything since his seat is white
it's
hot
very,
right now.
Very hot. I'm just happy we picked up an extra pick, especially in the third.
What just happened? Goodell dropped the card? That's not a good sign for this guy.
Yeah, I no kidding. He probably looked at it and was like, really?
So what are we thinking? O-line, Guyton?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if it's G.
Actually, there's JPJ still out there.
So with the 29th pick of the first round, Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma.
Thank God.
All right.
His mother's ecstatic. She's jumping wildly. If that's his mom. I don't know what it is, but she's happy. Well, as a Lions fan, I'll tell you guys, O-line picks are never exciting, but damn, do they make a difference.
Do we know?
Yeah.
I mean, Tyron, Travis Frederick.
You say, you guys drafted like Zach Martin. You say, yeah.
So
well, he's already got the knee braces on, so we're starting halfway there.
I think like all college linemen wear them now. Like I truly don't feel like there's any that don't wear them. Like look at these clips. Every motherfucking one of them have them on. Baltimore on the clock at pick number 30. Baltimore, San Francisco, Buffalo to close out the first round.
The one thing I worry about with this pick is that he's been right tackle. How does that look going over to left tackle? Like, it's not always as easy as it looks.
No.
So, I mean,
hey, hopefully that pronoun-free person is in the crowd holding that sign still so we can see them. And
God. This is the late night show now.
Where are they at?
It's not. We're after 11 o'clock.
Get Carter back in here to say the R word again.
God damn.
All right, what do we need for the Ravens here?
Definitely our longest continuous stream of all time. We had some long college episodes that led into some NFL episodes. I don't think we ever hit 3:30. We're 3:33 on the dot right now. No. An hour and a half, still only 3 hours. So we never were even close to this.
Yeah.
Because none of the NFLs ever went 3 and a half or an hour and a half. So
I'm glad that the 74 bots are still with us too.
75. Hell yeah. Well, let me see. Let's see what our breakdown is.
I was counting Ike as.
Actually, we are strictly bot because Ike has gone to bed. I knew that. So we're 75 Twitter, 0 YouTube.
What's up,
Thank you, sex bots, for watching. We're send us some fleshlights. We'll accept them. Giving you 4 hours of entertainment tonight.
Baltimore Ravens. They added Derrick Henry and Josh Jones.
That's it. Lost a lot.
I heard that. Did you play that?
You heard what? Played what?
I just heard the trumpet sound.
I didn't hear it.
No? I didn't hear it. No
Seriously?
one. I didn't play it either. I didn't even touch my computer.
The sex bots must be playing.
Thank you, sex bots, for the trumpet.
What's going to be funny is Reese is going to hear all the sounds that he played earlier just randomly coming through. For the
that is actually how this software works, believe it or not. That happened to us the other day when we were testing it. This software is interesting. We'll say the least.
Yeah, I'd like it's.
There's
It's
some cool
very
features.
good, but it's very laggy.
It has a lot of cool stuff about
Yes.
it. We have not had the ability to record not being live. I know that when we were recording with StreamYard, that software got more buggy when it went live. But I just like we've tested Riverside FM, we've tested StreamYard, we've tested this. Like they're all just varying degrees of bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, EVMUX. I don't even know how to say your name, but
Elon Musk's child.
yeah.
Bunch of random letters.
I heard Grimes wanted to change her child's name to like a question mark or something, and they wouldn't let her do it.
Who?
Change my name to a question mark. That's Elon Musk's DJ baby mom. Yeah. Come on, get up with the pop culture, Reese.
Jeez.
She had a bad set at Coachella. You didn't see it.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you?
No, I am clearly the grumpy old man of the group. I intentionally am not paying any attention to anything pop culture.
Calm down, grumpy old man. Roger has taken the stage for pick number 30 of the first round for the Baltimore Ravens.
Bah humbug.
I don't think he's in the draft, but we'll see. It is Nate Wiggins.
The Wiggles.
Enjoy your shitty player, Baltimore.
And he'll be a Pro Bowler just because it's Baltimore.
Probably. Yeah.
San Fran.
Oh, wow. He broke up a pass against Johnny Wilson. What a fucking highlight that was. Who won the game? What fucking matters?
So salty. So salty. San Francisco 49ers. Team needs here. Offensive tackle, cornerback, interior lineman, edge, receiver, D-line, safety. They added Josh Dobbs, Leonard Floyd, Malik Collins, Devondre Campbell, and Rock Ya-Sin. Lost Eric Armstead, Chase Young, Sam Darnold, Javon Kinlaw, Tayshaun Gibson, and Terrence Mitchell.
I wish Shano was still in the chat because Cooper DeJean at this point is probably not going to be a first-round pick, which he had him going first defensive player.
In our possible picks, we do have Cooper DeJean here as one of these potential picks for the Niners. Tanu's obviously gone. Braden Fisk, Jordan Morgan's gone. Lad McConkey's here.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going the Lad. Lad McConkey. That's our
the Conkles. Oh, boys, we're at commercial. You know what that means.
Oh, hell. Let's end it. The last time tonight. Give us some trivia. They better be good to end the night.
Who is the only coach to win both an NCAA football national championship and a Super Bowl?
Switzer. Johnson. Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
What NFL team did Brett Favre end his career with?
Jets. Vikings.
He was, Vikings.
Vikings is correct.
Yeah, they beat us in the playoffs pretty badly.
Who holds the NFL record for most consecutive games with at least one touchdown pass?
Aaron Rodgers.
That's probably a good one. I'm going to go, probably not Pete. Well, probably Brady. I'll go Brady.
Drew Brees.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah.
Which team won the first ever NFL game played in London?
Jags.
It's probably whoever played the Jags.
Yeah, I would say, it's whoever played them, but I knew they were in the game. That's why
You're correct.
Who would that have been?
Ravens.
Is the New York Giants.
Oh, man.
The New York Giants.
How many Heisman Trophy winners have gone on to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Not very many. 8.
9. Yeah.
It is 10.
Of course.
That's how the night's going.
Who is the oldest player ever to play in the NFL?
Darryl Green.
Jason Hansen.
Mop. George Blanda is the answer.
I knew it was a fucking kicker. Damn it.
Which
Oh, yeah.
NFL team won the Ice Bowl?
Jets. Packers. I don't know. Packers.
The Ice Bowl was a Cowboy game, and I can't even remember. Shit. It's getting
Cowboys.
late.
It was before we were born.
It was, but they always bring it up. It was Packers.
It was the Packers.
Yeah. Their field had, the heating
The
underneath,
frozen
and
tundra.
It froze over. After it warmed up the snow, it froze over.
What team did legendary quarterback Joe Namath end his NFL career with?
Commanders.
That's not the answer.
I'm not saying the other word.
Thank you. That's the other R word we're not allowed to say.
Shoot. The Giants. I don't know.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Really?
Yep.
Crazy.
Let's see.
Fuck the 49ers fans in Detroit. They get fucking shot.
I mean, this is a high probability.
They should be.
There
was a cop.
This is interesting.
Oh, I'll break this news in a minute.
Which NFL franchise is the oldest continuous one name, one city franchise in all of professional American sports?
One name, one city.
Chiefs.
One name, one city franchise in all of professional sports.
What do you mean by one name, one city? What is that like?
They've never moved. They've kept the same mascot.
Okay.
Never moved.
And all the professional sports, not just NFL?
That's correct. It's an
Okay.
NFL team.
It is, okay. Bills.
It's the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, should have known that.
Yeah, they were brought up earlier.
They've changed divisions, but...
Which NFL team's original name was the New York Titans?
Saints.
Houston Texans.
It's the New York Jets. I'm guessing. Okay, I guess this is true. Which NFL team was the last to integrate and have an African American player on their roster?
Commanders.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, that's fine. No.
That was racist.
He's also correct.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
It's the Washington R words.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah.
You got any more?
No, that's the last one for the night. You guys have been quizzed enough.
Well, Goodell's hitting the stage for pick 31 right now for the San Francisco 49ers. Looks like last pick's going to be right at midnight.
Yeah, we're not hitting 12-12.
No. A midnight wrap-up is perfect. A solid straight 4 hours. 49ers with the 31st pick have selected Ricky Pearsall from Florida. Jesus Christ. Oh, what a disaster.
So that means they are trading either Ayuk or Debo or both.
Oh, what a shitty pick. Jesus Christ.
I'm all right with it.
Adonai Mitchell's still there. Like, why? I would not take him over him.
I'm pissed that they compared him to Michael Gallup.
That injury really, really shut down Gallup. He wasn't the same player.
I know, but that's what I was talking about earlier tonight. Like, it's very, very clearly, typically with receivers like that, it takes them a full year after they start playing again before they get back to their normal.
All right, we've reached the end. Time for the who the hell is it?
Buffalo.
Bills.
After the trade, yeah.
Yeah, so the Bills.
Jackson
lost
Powers
everyone.
Johnson's still there. Adonai Mitchell's still there. I would assume we're looking at one of those two.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Cooper DeJean.
I said Leggett when they were on the clock earlier.
Yeah.
Saying it again.
You were the only person on this podcast that's even mentioned Pearsall the entire time.
Oh, the Panthers just jumped up. Panthers took 32.
Oh,
Okay. Well, huh. They're looking at a 5th-year
Which-
option. What is that? What?
Interesting jump up, but that's
who-
only
what do
one
they-
pick. Like what? They had the first pick of the second round. What?
They get that 5th-year option. That's, I mean,
Yeah, but who the hell? All right, so they traded the first pick of the second round and their 5th round pick for the 32nd pick and a 6th round pick.
that's not a bad trade. Just to make sure you get your guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying one of those receivers still. They got to get Bryce some help. What do you have? Thielen? Anything else last year as far as receivers go?
that's it.
Thought there was one other, but he might be gone now. I don't remember who it
I mean,
even
DJ
was.
Moore was in the trade.
Yeah, he was
so
gone.
He wasn't part of the team.
Yeah, it's Jonathan Mingo.
They drafted Mingo last year, but
Yeah, Deontay Johnson's who they picked up. So right now their wide receiver room's Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, and Jonathan Mingo.
I'd still take a wide receiver at that point. Thielen's getting up there in age.
He's a fantasy machine.
Yeah, Thielen's
He was.
really old, actually. Yeah.
And he's probably like 8 years younger than me. I love how we talk about football players getting old and they're like 29.
Yeah, right. The random Panthers fans that decided to show up tonight are excited for this.
Yeah, they probably had no idea. He's only 33. But in football years, that's a lot.
Yeah. Especially receiver.
I mean, what else is on the board? You got Mitchell.
I don't know exactly what their needs were.
maybe-
Cooper DeJean obviously is one of the few first round, like consensus first round picks that's still available, but
Yeah. You still got Kool-Aid out there. You got
true.
Newton from Illinois, defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Still got Lad McConkey, Rakestraw, Keon Coleman, like you were saying earlier.
Carolina also picks again in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks.
Yeah.
So Saints go back to back early in the second round also. Oh man. Reese, while we're waiting for 32, recap the pre-draft questions that we answered. See how many of those were right and wrong.
Oh goodness. Yeah. Let's see here. Workman questions. How many trades do you think we'll have in the first round?
Wrong.
You went over 9.5. We were way off there.
We have 4, I think.
With the one that just, I think.
The one that just
so.
I
happened.
think
was
this
4.
makes it 4. Yeah. Pick 3 teams that you think will trade up. You had Minnesota, the Rams, and the Lions.
Lions did.
The
Minnesota did too,
Vikings
didn't they?
Minnesota
It's the Rams were the only ones who did not move.
Yeah, they stayed put.
Who do you think the Lions select with their pick? You selected Jared Verse.
I think might be even happier with what they got.
Wait for the pick here.
Versus a good pick, though.
Yeah, I love that. So to end the first round with pick number 32, Carolina Panthers have traded up to select
Xavier
Legette from South Carolina.
Yeah. Tax us with the cheat code. Let's see here. Who will be the first defensive player selected? You had Dallas Turner going to Atlanta. How many QBs will be drafted in the first round? You said 6. That was accurate. Where does Brock Bowers land? You picked the Jets. Which team will trade up first? You picked Minnesota. That was correct. Who's the first lineman that will be drafted? You had J.C. Latham. That was not correct. And then who's the last QB to be picked in round 1? You had Penix, which was also not correct. So we had some good mix up here. It just wasn't the mix up that everyone's been talking about and expected. What do you
there
guys?
weren't very many mock drafts that nailed that one. That was
what do you guys think
all
is
over
the most shocking pick?
Penix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was not surprising to me at all.
Yeah, it wasn't to me either. I mean, it was surprising in the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
Yeah, but like not. I thought it would be like anywhere from 26 to 32. You know, somewhere late in the round. I just didn't see him at 12 by any means.
Yeah, the surprise to me was Penix based on the team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Based on Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree. I did not expect Terry and Arnold to fall as far as he did. That was another surprise. Did not really think Brock Bowers would go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd last at 13.
Amarius Mims at 19 was, or 8, what was that, 18?
18 to Bengals.
That was a little surprising.
Jared Verse falling to 19. And Dallas Turner at 17. Both of those.
So yeah, it definitely wasn't the shakeup that a lot of people were predicting, but
no, not a lot of shakeup at all, really.
I really expected the Cardinals to maybe trade out a 4 early and pick up some extra picks, just the amount of needs that they have. But at the same time, you look at Marvin Harrison Jr. and I mean, it's very, very hard to get away from that one.
Yeah, 100%. Well, 3:52.
Yep.
Damn close to 4 hours.
It's about what we expected, right around midnight. Not
too far off. Definitely appreciate everybody that got a chance to join. Taxis, thanks for not only joining us but hanging out as long as you did. Same thing with Carter, Ike,
Jason with the Chargers
jumped in virtually. Jason with the Chargers. Yeah, we had some good conversation. Thank you again to the 75 sex bots that are still watching.
Oh, yeah. I think we could leave this stream all night and they'll still be watching.
Yeah. maybe that'll boost our ability to show up in the search results when people are looking for football podcasts. I don't know.
I appreciate you guys having me. I always love talking football with friends, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we just to kind of give an update on where we're at with things. Jake and I are going to start working on some college football previews soon. I think we're going to do things a little bit differently this year. Instead of having a full-on show where we're talking about multiple conferences, we still may do that, but we're going to try to split stuff up a little bit for you guys to where we can share quick clips and get a little deeper into some of the analysis of some of the key teams. And we're going to start releasing those sooner than later. So expect to start seeing that stuff released the next couple weeks. I think we're definitely going to be trying to do a little bit better of a job sharing stuff down the social channels and creating some more content for you guys to be able to share. Really appreciate anybody that's recommending to join the show and listen. And yeah, hopefully this was a hell of a kickoff for season 2. It's moving pretty rapidly. We're already going to be into college football season here in a little more than a month, right?
Yeah, spring ball's pretty much over, and the portal's about to close in 4 days, thankfully, and then we'll be able to close that nonsense and actually know where people are going. Guys transferred 3 times in the portal, so it's pretty difficult to follow. But
yeah, I think that's probably going to be something we're going to have to do as well, as do just like a portal tracker episode. I know Ike was asking for it, and a couple other people were wanting us to report on all the movements and everything. So
yeah,
we'll pull some stuff together for you guys. So look for some college stuff first.
I say maybe a portal recap and like a draft free agency recap for NFL.
Yeah. So we'll get going on that, and then obviously when we get a little further into the summer, and spring ball starts before preseason and stuff, obviously we'll start doing some reviews of the NFL teams. So should be fun stuff. You guys keep listening and we'll keep cranking out content. So appreciate everybody joining. Jake, you got any final words here?
No, not really. Just stay tuned on the socials and we'll post when the team previews and stuff are getting ready to come out.
Yep. If anybody has anything they want to donate to put on that white wall behind Workman, so it looks a little more full.
Well, hold on.
We'll take
I had
donations.
to be able to see a TV tonight for the first time ever while broadcasting, so that's why it switched. It'd be nice if I didn't have to watch a TV, but I did tonight. It's one of the rare occasions.
Yeah. Very good. All right, guys. I think it's sign off time here. Everybody that's tuned in, again, thank you very much. Taxes, thanks for joining. Carter, Justin, all the other guys that have joined, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see y'all soon.
Yep. See you, everyone.
guys.
See you guys.